Good afternoon. I'm Ryan Baker. How about those Cleveland Cavaliers? They're back in the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time since 2018. They hammered the Detroit Pistons 125-94 in Game 7 last night. They'll be in New York to face the Knicks tomorrow night at 8. The Western Conference Finals get underway tonight at 8:30. Oklahoma City hosting San Antonio. Aaron Rice's 70-foot putt on 17 took any doubt away from it. He wins the PGA Championship by 3 strokes at 9 under par. Raj shot a final round 65 under, becoming the first Englishman to win the tournament in 109 years. The Cleveland Guardians took round 1 of the Ohio Cup, taking 2 of 3 from Cincinnati. The Guards head to Detroit to start a series with the Tigers at 6:40. At the same time, the Reds are in Philly taking on the Phillies. Nick Lodolo taking on Andrew Painter in that one. You can hear it on the Fan 2 at 6:10.
It's time to add some spice to your nooner. Nooner funny. This is the place where big-time guests, bold opinions, and little cute doggies come together. This is Rothman and Ice.
Sponsored by Pella Columbus, the #1 rated windows and doors in Columbus.
All right, here we go. Fire out. Big Sports Week, Rothman and Ice, Anthony Rothman, Matty Ice Hayes, and the Loose Cannon. Boys, how we feeling?
What up, what up? Feeling good, feeling great, man. Feeling good, feeling great. How are you today? You good?
I am.
Good. What?
I am. This feels like you were kind of flying by the seat of your vintage sweatpants over there.
You know what, man? I'm here, you know? That's what it was when they...
It's a results-based business.
When kickoff happened,
right.
I was here, and that's all that matters. That's all that matters. No, I was down there at my desk, and I looked up, and I'm like, oh, it's 11:58. I guess I better get up and get down there and do what I'm supposed to do. So I guess, were you a little concerned?
Not really.
Okay.
I knew you were in the building. I knew you were on the property. But I thought with all that talk we had last week about being 1 minute late to a tee time, I was so ready to look at TLC and say, like, if you got in here, like, technically you got in here when the sports update was going on, so we could fine you. We probably wouldn't suspend you, but we probably could find you.
What, dock me 2 segments?
I mean, you said at tip-off that you were here, and I guess for the actual show you were when our red light went on. But if we count Bake as part of the sports update, as part of our hour, 3 hours.
I think it's got to be when that old Rothman and Ice Open finally happens through the airwaves. That's when our show starts.
You mean the new Open that they've been working on for 8 years?
We'll get one day.
Actually, I probably lied.
We'll get one day.
I said they actually were working on it. That's a lie. We've talked about it for 8 years. We've not been working on it, because if we've been working on it for 8 years, then we got a real problem.
I'll say this. You leave it up to some of our listeners, and it may just be training day 5 days a week, but we got to keep that as a specialty item on the menu. You know, sometimes you go to a restaurant, and it's like, hey, on Fridays we'll have crab cakes, you know, and there's only that one day where you can go to that restaurant and get a nice crab cake. That's kind of what we're offering here on Fridays for Rothman and Ice.
Crab cakes and opens. That's what the Fan does or doesn't.
The streets really do like the training day open, and we love it. It's a banger. Banger of a movie, banger of an instrumental that follows.
When I leave, you promise you'll continue to play it, right? I got to have something to be known for.
100%.
All right, so you'll continue that?
I mean, you're not going to leave for another 2 decades, but sure.
2 decades. That sounds, sign me up, lifetime contract.
The one thing that I will for sure do, and I'm speaking as if I know I'm going to be here, you know, when that day comes. I don't know. It'll be TLC and, I don't know, Adam King in this time.
Whoa.
Who knows?
Hang on.
Jeez, don't punish me.
Announce that show again, Matty.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to the TLC and Adam King show.
That's your open. That's it. That's the one with the sound effect. That's it. By the way, that's it. That's the open.
Just the
Maddie, say it again.
Ladies and gentlemen.
What year, by the way, what year is this?
This is let's say 2035.
All right. Welcome to 2035.
Welcome into 2035. You are now listening to the TLC and Adam King show.
Take it away, fellas.
Happy Monday. Blah, 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 blah.
There you go.
Big show for you today.
All right, we left on Friday, and I did a little quiz with you and I'm guessing the answer is no, and I'm going to be okay with it.
Okay.
There were only a certain number of guys that you said would move the needle for you to sit down, Sunday afternoon and watch 2-3 hours of golf.
I think you were surprised by the amount of guys we got to. It was a nice amount of guys that would get me to lock in, drop everything I'm doing, and saying, I'm watching 4 hours of this dude or these dudes.
A bunch of dudes. I asked you about Rahm. I think you said yes.
Mm-hmm.
I asked you about Justin Thomas. You said 100% yes. Mm-hmm. I asked you about Rory. I think you said yes. I asked you about Scotty Scheffler, Spieth, a couple other guys.
Okay.
Maybe Schauffele, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I think you answered yes to most.
X-Man would absolutely get me locked in.
The problem is Justin Thomas shot his 5 under and had to sit in the clubhouse for hours waiting to see if he was going to be in a playoff, or dare I say, just win it outright. And then Rahm certainly was up there for a while, wound up finishing second. Rory made a little bit of a run, but never really scared the leaders.
Mm-hmm.
He was within a shot or two, so he was right there, was there for the taking. Got heckled a little bit, too. I don't really understand why. It must be Ryder Cup residuals. I don't know. And then...
We need more heckling in golf.
More heckling.
We need more.
Really?
Nothing.
Bring that up to the memorial when we're out there.
Nothing during the swing. That's ridiculous.
Okay.
But a little chirping every once in a while, I don't think that's going to hurt anybody. We can't have it during a backswing, during a mid-putt, none of that. That's nonsense. But if, a little back and forth between the golfers and the fans, I like it. I'm looking for any type of spice in golf.
Well,
we need a little bit more.
You're out there. Why don't you just back up what you're saying? Put your money where your mouth is. Why don't you start this trend and see what happens?
I've learned a lot of things from you in this business.
You mean we're just going to wing it?
That would be another thing that I've learned from you. Go out to a golf course, pick my spots when to talk trash, know that, hey, I'm in an area to where something may happen, but I got my dogs with me. And that's, I think, what I've learned from you.
That was a one-off.
Patrick Cantlay.
I probably had a little money on Cantlay. Fans trying to speed him up.
Hey, right. Patrick Cantlay takes forever.
I don't know if that was the quote, but
something to that
effect.
What did
I say, man?
Why is he paying so slow or something? And you dropped
who cares?
Who cares? And
folks, you're having a great time out here.
I've been in a couple brouhahas with the fellas back in my day, okay? And I had to lock back into that mode and scan the scene and see who you were talking to, who he was with, because I didn't know if this was going to have to be maybe a triple threat tag team match or something like that. But looking at the guy and sizing him up, you'd have won that bout. Right. You wouldn't have needed Matty Ice to come through and say that.
Very proud of you. That's very nice.
But I had your back, and you were ready for that smoke. You were about that action, boss, that day. You were.
It's just feeling good.
I loved
Friday afternoon.
I loved it. I was ready to go down with you, AR. Just know that.
Oh, I hope we have more class than that.
Just know that.
All right, so we've got a nice show for you today. We've got The Floor is Yours at 1 o'clock. That's the call-in segment. That's the $25 to Skyline. That's the time. That's the time we pay you to listen. Right now, it's free. We pay you at 1 o'clock. So if you want that gift card, get in the queue and be ready. Adam King, the new Adam King TLC show will be debuting at 1:30. You and I will take that segment off, and we'll let them have it. And then our friend Ian Fitzsimmons at 2:30. We'll talk college football a lot more. I know he watched the PGA Championship. I'm going to admit it. It was good. It was good. Aaron, I love a good Cinderella story, and we got one. We got one this weekend. I'll talk more about him in Party Like a Roth Star. But for him to hold them off and to never really look like he was going to leak at all. He was hitting fairways. He was controlling his golf ball.
Yeah.
And when he made the 68-footer at 17, it was destiny. And it was damn cool. And I'm here for those. I know it's not a name that anybody, even casual golf fan, would know or care about. I'm telling you guys know what he was before what he was offered at on Thursday?
Ooh.
To win it?
I don't know.
I don't know what he was offered at Sunday, but listen, the guy went out and shot 65. He shot 5 under, as did Justin Thomas. So he shot 5 under on the final day. So on Thursday, what could you have bet Aaron Rye at?
Oh, I have no 100 to 1.
Better, 185.
Okay.
It's 185 to 1.
Unbelievable. First major for him. Check that box. That's always cool to see in that sport. AR, do you have in front of you, do you just know what his world ranking was coming into this tournament? Because I did see, obviously the money that he brought in was obviously going to change his life in a major way, because I saw floating around online that last year he made 3.2 on tour, and yesterday made almost, 400,000 plus off that number alone for just a few days of work. So that's always incredible to see. But where was he coming into this tournament?
I don't know I'll find out what he was coming in. I think coming out, he was 15th.
Okay.
But I don't know what he was going in. I do have a couple of stats for you later in Party Like a Rock Star on him, and I'll have it for you then.
Real quick, what was the whole Rory thing that happened? Or is that part of your party at all?
No, it wasn't anything much. I don't know. TLC was watching it earlier. I was watching it live. He was on the par 5. He was in the rough, and he got a bad lie in the rough, and he dumped into one of the bunkers. It was one of the greenside bunkers in 3. And so as soon as the ball left his club out of the rough, some people started heckling, yelling a little bit.
Okay.
And then you heard the USA chants.
All right.
And then, but there was something a little more than that. It felt like a little more than
maybe somebody went the personal road and he didn't like that comment.
There was something there.
Okay, because I saw the video and I didn't hear what was said though.
Pointing the guy out. I don't know if they tossed him or not. At that point, the day's almost over.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if the security guard. That's a great question you ask about the rights and the power that the players have. Do the players have the right to point somebody out who they believe is bothering them or getting under their skin or saying something personal? And then did they have the right to say, it's that guy in the blue, he's gone? I don't know if they do necessarily. I don't know if somebody has to witness it or hear it amongst the security or not.
I'll tell you this, AR. I've seen it a few times in basketball. I really have. Like LeBron and some of these guys, like they'll go to security, they'll point to whoever it is, and that person's gone. Like they're just they're believing in the player, they're trusting the player that there was a line crossed. I happen to believe that the players are giving these fans the benefit of the doubt and let them toe a certain line, but once that line is crossed, those guys are like, no, we don't want you in our space at all. And I think that's okay, because I think there are just certain things that fans say that are absolutely ridiculous. Like if you're just having fun, like maybe some of these people were with Rory with just the Ryder Cup stuff, that to me is okay. Like I think that's fine.
I have a feeling that he wouldn't have turned around and pointed somebody out for just a USA chant.
Right.
No, I don't think he would have. It was something personal. But Aaron Rai gets it done, the Englishman. A lot of money there. We'll talk about that in a little bit later this hour. We'll come back, and we'll talk about the big one from last night, the Cavs. Now 4 wins away from being 4 wins away. They get it done, and the ultimate deflection from the opposition. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
Wake up with the Fan. Eat lunch with the Fan. Go to bed with the Fan. Dream about the Fan. Then change your sheets. Gross.
Ew, you guys are gross, but stick around in case I don't find anyone else.
The Fan.
Hey friends, Beamer here, and wow, time really does fly by. Last year feels like 2024. 10 weeks ago feels like yesterday. That's how quick Reclaim by Awaken 180 is and feels. 10 weeks to do what took you 5. 10 years to pile up the weight. 40 pounds gone in 10 weeks. That's what I did. That's what Awaken 180 Reclaim was built for. And I'm telling you, when that kind of weight comes off, life starts feeling a little bit different very fast. Your clothes fit differently, you move differently, you carry yourself differently. Even walking into a room feels different when you're not thinking about your weight before anything else. That's why Reclaim by Awaken 180 makes so much sense to me. It gives you a simple 10-week plan with a real beginning, a real end, and a real finish line. Not someday, not I'll figure it out. 10 weeks to finally go after it and achieve it. And the best part, keeping it off with free support for life. I did it, so you can definitely do it. Reclaim by Awaken 180. Start today at awaken180weightloss.com.
Hey, it's Common Man. Everybody's talking about affordability these days, but the good news is you'll find hundreds of vehicles that fit your budget at GoGermain.com. Drive home in a new sedan starting at just $139 a month. New SUVs from only $189 a month, or a truck for as low as $329. Plus, choose from over 1,700 new and pre-owned vehicles, all priced under $30K, and it's only at GoGermain.com. And with their $1,000 price promise, no one's going to sell you a car for less. Go see my friends today. GoGermain.com.
What John Smiley, Chairman and CEO, wants you to know about First Bank of Central Ohio. Our competitive advantage is the number of years we've been in Central Ohio and the fact that we're able to make decisions here locally that make sense for the client. At the end of the day, it's the ability for us to say, okay, what can we do to make your banking easier for you?
Experience what it's like to be first at fbcentralohio.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
I have a buddy who's going to be popping the question soon. He's planning everything out. He asked me, can you help me out with the ring? I said, of course I can. I've got a guy, Bob Capace from Worthington Jewelers. Now you talk, Bob.
Hi, I'm Bob Capace. I'm your guy.
Go in, see my friends at Worthington Jewelers, tell them I sent you, and you'll get the true VIP experience.
I'll treat them better than I treat you.
That's not hard. Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington, worthingtonjewelers.com, where Columbus gets engaged. And tell them Common Man sent you.
Wrinkles, gray hair, and hearing loss are common signs of getting older. But being short of breath, having tightness in your chest, coughing, and wheezing are not. If you are experiencing these symptoms, you may be one of the millions of people who are living with a condition called COPD but don't know it. Early diagnosis and treatment can add years of better breathing to your life. For more information, talk to your doctor and visit copdfoundation.org today.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is, fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, commercial properties. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Two guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same two guys drove home. One guy wore a seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Last year, Eric Reeser and T-Bone staged the first annual Fan 5K. People had a good time and no one died. So we decided to do it all again. It all goes down Saturday, June 20th in Otterbein.
Presented by the Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center.
Will Reeser's muscular calves explode? Will T-Bone's beard choke him while running? More importantly, will Tyvis, Common Man, and Timmy make total fools of themselves? Maybe. Magic 8 Ball says signs point to yes. Register today at 971therace.com. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Plenty of sunshine today, and it will be breezy, humid, and warm with highs again into the upper 80s to low 90s in some spots. For tonight, mostly cloudy overnight with our lows down into the 70s, and we'll still see those breezy winds, which will persist into your Tuesday. Mostly sunny to start and breezy with chances of showers and storms developing in the afternoon and evening. Highs will be in the upper 80s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfolo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
Just when you thought afternoons couldn't get any dumber.
You fellas been doing a bit of boozing, have you?
Common Man and Timmy.
Weekdays from 3 to 6.
Your home for dumb. The Fan. Like Yoda, Rothman will limp onto the golf course, talk about how stiff his back is, wonder how he can even make it through a hole, and then proceed to kick your ass. You're listening to Rothman and Ice.
Cavs get it done. It's incredible that the home teams just failed at the end of this series. But that's who they are. We always said the Pistons have to hang their hat on defense. They don't have a ton of offense. Cunningham sometimes can carry them. Sometimes he can't, but they lock teams down. And then when he's a stud, they win games, and they have a lot. And the Cavs, as streaky as any team I've ever seen. You never know what Cavs team's going to show up. And it was very cool that not only they put their foot on their necks, they never let up. That never was a game. And to their credit, it wasn't. A couple things here going in. Certainly, they were a dog going in, and you didn't think they'd get the Pistons in Game 7 on their floor. I would not have bet. This is one you stay away from. And a lot of people thought this thing could go 7, so that's not a massive surprise. And Detroit's bench was the story of Game 6 because they carried them because Cunningham struggled, and they still won. And when that happened, so when the Detroit bench carried them, and Cunningham was 7 for 19 with 7 turnovers, So there are two things, and they still won. There are two things to look at. One, he's not going to have that kind of game again. Or the other way to look at it is that's a serious problem for Cleveland. The fact that Detroit won convincingly when he wasn't great. That's a horrible recipe. So I give the Cavs an incredible amount of credit for coming back and saying, hey, it's a one-game series. We're as good as they are. We can shoot better than they can. And they did, and they moved all over the place. I think when you were out, the old lobster bisque food poisoning whole deal there. I said they should start hunting some matchups and get Duncan Robinson in some favorable ones. And they did, Maddie. They bring him up in that pick and roll, and it makes it easier to execute. And I thought Donovan had a ton of space to work with. And more importantly, they were making great decisions, with a lot of times they don't. And they just outworked him. They outworked him. And Sam Merrill is a star. At least he was then.
Sniper last night.
Sniper. And he holds up defensively. That's the key. He's not a liability defensively when he's on the floor just for sniping. It's extra passes and all that. And you can go down the line. And what's cool about this, and you can speak to this, is that, because you and I have watched this a lot, we thought it was going to be like the core four. Like, we thought it was going to be Allen and Mitchell and Mobley and Garland.
Yeah.
And then they swap him out, and here comes Harden, and he is public enemy number one with all the turnovers and how he's not living up to Hall of Fame status, and he looks disengaged and making stupid mistakes. And we thought he was going to be one that was going to drag down the core, the original three, of all people, to drag them into the deep water and drown them. He's the guy. And so it was cool that they all showed up, and now we're on to New York, and we'll get to that. But your thoughts about the Cavs showing up in Game 7 on the road?
I think it's such a big deal mentally for three of the four guys that you were just talking about. For Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, those three specifically, this is such a big deal. Because within this series, you start down 0-2 on the road, fine, the home team handles business. But then it's that Game 6 loss that you were alluding to where, for me, I know I started to doubt their ability to get off the mat just because of what they've shown me over the last few years in these type of situations, is that they're not going to come through. They're not going to deliver. And then you add on James Harden and his playoff woes, specifically in Game 6 and 7s of his career.
Right.
And then there's even more doubt. And they absolutely, from start to finish, put to bed any of that doubt. And it was just straight BTA yesterday. That's what it was in Detroit. And I thought Donovan Mitchell did a good job of setting the tone as a playmaker early on in the game, which is great, because we all know Donovan Mitchell can get buckets with the best of them. But you look at a postseason career high for him in assists, and with 8 of those, man, that was such a huge deal, because that allowed, I think, other guys to get in advantageous situations and knock down shots, to your point about Sam Merrill, but also getting the bigs involved with Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. Donovan Mitchell did an awesome job of that, which I think helped him throughout the game as well stumble into some one-on-one matchups because of guys knocking down shots and because of other guys maybe getting easier buckets at the rim because of his playmaking ability. And so just they own the game from start to finish. They own the game in the paint, outscoring the Pistons 58-34. So just a massive tip of the cap to this team, that this was what they needed to do at minimum, was get to where they are now.
That's right.
And now they've got an old ghost coming back to haunt them here a little bit with a team that they faced a few years ago, and we know how that went, and we'll get into that. But I just thought mentally, AR, coming out of this series and that game specifically on the road, such a big deal for this team that's been searching to get over the hump.
So well said, because there's honestly, this team was starting to get known for not showing up in big moments, and how talented you are. And that is the biggest regret, because Donovan has yet to make it to a second round, and he's a star. And stars do not get that luxury of not doing that. I don't care what team you have around him. He's got a pretty good team around him. So what these guys do now that they have that burden off their backs a little bit, and obviously going up against the Knicks, people will doubt them again. So I think they're in a pretty good spot now. So they needed to produce and finally show up in an elimination game. What did Harden do? The game was such a blowout, it really doesn't even matter. But what does matter is how bad he was 6 for 20 from the field in Game 6. So the pressure that he had to carry into Game 7, I mean...
And he wasn't very good.
And he wasn't very good.
But they didn't need it.
They didn't. So the other three showed up.
Yes.
The three did.
And then the
original
Sam,
three. And Sam
point.
did.
Right.
And then even Allen, those circle cuts around. They actually were working hard. And maybe the most impressive thing is the fact they were able to hold them off. Yeah. Now, as far as Detroit goes, this is incredible. This is a massive fail for them. Not because the Cavs are bad. The Cavs are good. It's that the Pistons swept the Knicks in the regular season. Like, this was they won by an average of 28 points. Now, playoffs are a different beast. And when you lose in the first round last year like they did, now they have redemption. They had everything in front of them. You had a home game 7. And here they are laying the biggest egg you can imagine in game 7 at home. And J.B. Bickerstaff was asked about it. And I think there are a couple ways you can answer this. You can acknowledge something and then also lean to the big picture if you want to. And he never acknowledged anything.
How big of a disappointment?
It's not a disappointment at all. I'm not ever will I be disappointed in these guys. These guys every single day give us what they got. So it is not a disappointment. It's a loss, and it's a tough loss. But that adjective will never be used as this group.
It's not. I'm not saying in the guys necessarily, but the season as a whole, and also I'm sure you had higher expectations. Falling far short of that, I guess, is that a disappointment.
I don't think we fell short of anything. And I don't like the direction of your question. I'll be honest with you. These guys have improved massively and done a great job. Anything other than positivity towards this group is unacceptable. The turnaround from where we've come from, what these guys have been willing to do. Yeah, everybody wants to win a championship every year. But, how much did you grow? How much did you improve? Did you sacrifice for the greater good of the team? Our guys did that collectively every single day, and we got better. We put ourselves in position to be here. So there's nothing disappointing about, this group and the outcome of this.
What a massive deflection. I mean, massive. This isn't big picture time. You butchered game 5, absolutely butchered it, up 9 with 2.5 to go. And then you laid an egg and lost by 31 at home in game 7. This isn't about how good you were this year. You had a great year. You are growing. That's fine. You can go to all the lessons, and this team will learn from it. We'll be back next year. There's no guarantee about anything. You did not show up in a game 7. That is a massive disappointment. You had levels of defense and physicality the Cavs could only dream of having, and your guys didn't show up. I'm going to give the Cavs credit. They did. But you got to admit, he has to admit, this is a very disappointing loss. Does it mean how I feel about my team as a whole? No. But we did not show up tonight in the way I thought we could or would, and we're going to get to work and fix that. But I can't believe how much, and to me, and I don't know how you feel about this, Maddie, I'm looking forward to your opinion on this. Is this a classic case of a coach who, as I said, didn't get his team to the finish line in game 5, which he should have, and then didn't have his team show up in game 7, a massive, just let's look big picture. Mm-hmm. Look away from this. Mm-hmm. It feels like it's a classic move.
It definitely feels that way, and I don't even know that he needed to play that card because I don't think his job is in any type of question or there's any uncertainty around his job security. At least I don't feel that way. I kind of understand what he's trying to do just because of where they just were a couple years ago, but I completely agree with you that it wasn't the time and place for that specific comment. I understand he was asked a question, but just the way that he went down the road of answering that question was a little off to me. Like that, okay, yes, you guys, lost 28 consecutive games a couple years ago. Now you're a couple, minutes away from or a game away from going to Eastern Conference Finals. I get it. It just wasn't the time for that. It reminded me of Giannis's comments a few years ago about failure. Remember when he dropped the quote, there's no failure in sports. There's just good days and bad days, and some days you're able to be successful, yada, yada, yada. That it reminded me of when Giannis played that card, when there's a little bit of deflection baked into what just happened. But I think it's okay to acknowledge that last night, your team being J.B. Bickerstaff, you guys got embarrassed at home in Game 7, and let's just stay there, and we can acknowledge that it was disappointing and in a failure of an effort from the team. That doesn't mean that that's going to change how you feel big picture-wise about the guys that you coached up all year.
They were the number 1 seed.
It was a letdown. It was a letdown.
Just acknowledge it.
100%.
This was not the goal. The goal was to win a championship.
Yeah.
We fell woefully short of that. We'll learn from it.
Mm-hmm.
Guys are disappointed. I'm glad they are. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in myself. Those are all valid answers.
Interesting.
Why bow back the other way?
It's interesting, right? We had here in our own backyard on one end of the scale, Rick Bonus's outgoing press conference in the last game, and on the opposite end, you have now J.B. Bickerstaff. It's interesting how coaches approach these situations emotionally and how they want to go about it. One guy wanted to play the overly positive card. The other guy wanted to play, hey, these guys better be lucky they don't have practice tomorrow card.
It's unreal.
It's interesting, right?
Yeah. We'll come back in 2 minutes. Aaron Rodgers, what is he worth? We'll tell you next. Rothman Ice and the Fan.
Fun is kicking ass.
Performance matters in intimate moments. Don't let ED ruin them. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and I want to assure you that if you're like the vast majority of guys, you don't have to suffer with ED anymore. In fact, you might be pleasantly surprised at how the right treatments could positively impact your love life. At Tri-State Men's Health, our advanced medical therapies go far beyond pills. We have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, and we offer specific and combinative treatments that can dramatically enhance both your performance and your stamina. You could even last up to an hour or more and bring a far greater level of intimacy to both you and the one you love, perhaps performing like you haven't in years. So call us today and find out why our advanced treatment strategies offer so much more. Your first visit is just $99 and gets you blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. Tri-State Men's Health, advanced medical science to improve men's lives.
Hey there, Bo Bishop here. Tired of the same old routine? It's time to escape with an RV from RCD RV. Motorhomes, fifth wheels, travel trailers, they've got them all. Shop hundreds of RVs in stock today. 3 locations in Central Ohio to serve you or online anytime at rcdrv.com.
Spring cleaning is when homes get a new twinkle in their eye,
a new spring in their step,
a new color in their cheeks.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK. We'll be there before you hang up the phone.
When that shiny truck from 1-800-GOT-JUNK arrives at your house,
it's a sign of a new beginning,
a clean start,
a breath of fresh air.
When your home feels clean and happy,
the people inside feel clean and happy too.
We make junk disappear.
All you have to do is point.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK
or visit us at 1-800-GOTJUNK.com.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
A perfect afternoon parlay. This is Rothman and Ice.
I wonder if we're just going to go through this every year. We'll talk about Aaron Rodgers for like 6 months, and then he'll just keep coming back for like 10 years more. Like, he's 42. Like, I feel like, and I'm not saying we're wasting our time, because I think it's fun to talk about. Well, right? I mean, the 3 worst words in sports radio, time will tell. Like, okay, what should we talk about then for the next 3 hours?
Aaron Rodgers is a needle mover. He's a 4-time MVP. He is a no doubt first ballot Hall of Famer. All of
maybe
that stuff.
Not first ballot.
Well,
I don't know. Maybe
you know what? Maybe I need to back off that a little bit. And it's also one of the most iconic brands in the sport. And so, you know, he's worthy of talking about. But I can understand how there may be a little fatigue out there if you're not in the AFC North world a little bit, the way that we are, like, okay. See, I think it's because of who he is, too, to where he can ruffle some feathers, irk some people with the way that he goes about things as well. But regardless, he's a needle mover. His name brings the city out. His name puts butts in seats. That's what he is.
He is a needle mover in that way. But I still think there's some magic in that right arm. I do. I think that he's still got a lot of touch. He's got a lot of smarts. Can't move the way he used to. Yeah. And he's not perfect, but I think he's a gamer. I think he has that still in him. But I don't think he has it over a season. And I certainly don't know if he's a guy that... I was thinking about this morning. If you picked up Aaron Rodgers, if you said to Aaron Rodgers, you can pick any team right now. You get to pick.
Mm-hmm.
You tell us. We'll put you there. He's not winning a Super Bowl. There's not one team that I could put him on and take their starter off So this isn't necessarily the team that's wrapped around him for a Super Bowl.
Let me throw this at you.
All right.
If we dropped him into Houston's locker room.
With that defense?
That's not asking their quarterback to do much. Do you think that he could
I don't know, the way
get them there?
The way Jacksonville's playing now, he may not even win the division.
I guess that was just the extreme example that just popped up into my mind when you said that.
That's what he would need.
Because we just saw that all they were asking CJ to do was don't screw this up for us. That's it.
A lot of that time, yes, they don't need to average a lot of points to win. And this is how we saw Manning win another Super Bowl and how we've seen other lesser quarterbacks win Super Bowls when they have great defenses, where we see Sam Darnold play well but not have to do anything massive for them to destroy the opposition last year in the Super Bowl. No one's making Sam Darnold a Hall of Famer. He's worth it now because he's had great years and he's earned it. And so I'm happy for him in that way. Like he's been.
Is Sam Darnold now a truck or a trailer?
I don't think he's either one. I think he's one of those guys that you're happy that you have competent quarterback play. He's not a trailer. He's not a complete trailer.
But he's not a truck either, is he?
No, I wouldn't say so. He's not a runner. He doesn't have that same, flash. But he's got great.
I agree with you because he's much more than a trailer now.
Yeah.
He is.
You can't. I don't think you can completely win if he was,
No, he had to be something.
He had to be
He had to be more than average,
Yeah.
too, and he was.
So that's my whole point in this, is that I don't think there's a team we could put Aaron Rodgers on right now that I would make them an instant Super Bowl contender. So if I say that, it's okay. He's 42. Yeah. He's going to provide them with a higher floor. You know how much I've been like, okay, if he's not a part of your future, what are we doing here? And I was hearing this morning on Get Up, and Damian Woody's on, and they're asking him, and I think he totally contradicted himself, which can happen in this business a lot. And they asked him about Aaron coming back, and he was like, yep, because he's talking about it as a player. And I've always admitted, players and coaches want the best guys. They want to win. They're practicing. They're putting their blood, sweat, and tears in. They want to win games, as many as they can. So Damian Woody probably was coming at this as a former player, and he goes, ask Cam Hayward if he wants Aaron Rodgers back. Ask T.J. Watt if he wants Aaron Rodgers back. And it's rhetorical because the answer is yes. They don't want to move on to the young, unproven quarterback yet because their careers are at the end. They don't want to blow the final year of their career, or Cam Hayward saying, this is how I want to go out. No. Give us the best we can have, and let's go play and try to win football games. And I understand that. And then the next question to Damian Woody was a follow-up about the defense and this aging defense and how good can they really be. And then Woody says, well, they're going to have to take a step back, and this is going to be a little bit tough, and their over-under is 8.5 wins. I'd probably take the under. And I fell off my couch, or in this case, the Peloton. And I was like, really? You just said you're taking the under on 8.5 wins, but it was really important to bring Aaron Rodgers back for the locker room? Those two things don't balance. If you're telling me that having Aaron Rodgers makes them a division winner again or contender because they won 10 games last year, okay, now we're in the tournament. Once you're in the tournament, single game elimination. If he's healthy, you got a defense that's healthy. Let's go and play football. Let's try to win a game. Let's see how far we can go. I'm all for that. But if you're telling me that you think they're winning 8 or less, but it's important to bring him back so the veterans feel good, I think it's organizational failure. I don't think that's the proper way to look at it.
It's a tough thing, I think, to really figure out from that perspective, only because, like, in the perspective I'm talking about is, like, Rooney's perspective.
Rooney.
Ownership. They're looking at this as, we're always competitive. We're always in the mix. And so they're always going to cater to, I think, and lean in towards the angle that Woody was talking about off the top, which is, hey, let's just go be good, and then we'll figure out the rest from there. I happen to believe, I think you've happened to believe as well, this was the time to go the other way and see if you could figure it out via the draft and get a young guy in there.
You changed coaches.
Correct. And so that's obviously not the case anymore now that we know he's going to sign this one-year deal, somewhere in the ballpark of $22 to $25 million, which I think is fine. It's a one-year deal. I never was going to get caught up in the money anyway. But what this provides for them is
You would have if they would have paid him like $40 million.
I wouldn't have cared. It's just because it's 1 year. You know, you're not stretching out crazy money over years with a 40-plus-year quarterback. That doesn't bother me too much. But they won the division last year, in part because they did their part and handled their business, but also because Lamar was injured for some games. The Bengals had their stuff going on as well. I think a lot of people are still going to look at those two teams as probably the favorites on paper. They're just going to have to find a way with Rodgers to create more explosive plays. That's what I'm fascinated to see now. You mentioned Mike McCarthy. The chemistry is there with Aaron Rodgers. What they were last year was a team that really wasn't backing off defenses. And when you have a 40-plus-year quarterback, he had the quickest time of release of any guy in the league. Like, he was not trying to sit back there in the pocket and get hit. And at this age, totally understand that. But I think that's got to change if they're going to raise the ceiling of their team. Is just find a way to be more explosive through the air. I mean, he was 27th in the league. Rodgers was last year at yards per attempt. There really wasn't anything that you were scared of going against that aerial attack consistently. I like the new weapons that they've brought in. I like Michael Pittman, bringing him as a veteran playmaker, and I like the receiver they drafted, I believe, in the third round, Alabama as well, to add to what they already have in DK. We know what this is going to look like. They're going to be a tough out for any and everybody in the league. Just don't know how high the ceiling is going to be with the 40-plus-year-old quarterback.
TLC, how'd you win 10 games last year? Defense was okay. It was middle of the pack.
Phenomenal question. Just kind of being good enough.
It's unbelievable, right?
Yeah, the defense. We had a nice 3-game win streak towards the end that kind of inspired me a little bit. We were playing some pretty tough football, but just scratching and clawing and being
amazing.
I know. Like, Aaron Rodgers gave us like a higher ceiling and a pretty high floor, but were we actually going to exceed the expectations and like really maximize it and like go on like a playoff run? Evidently no. But I don't know, just kind of like with Elmer's glue and tape.
Yeah.
You know how we talk about like how the Guardians get into these games and their low-scoring defensive pitching battles? It's kind of how it feels when my team goes against the Steelers. That you just know you're going to be in a close game with them, and that they're going to drag you into the deep end and make you play a tough game.
You guys have the rare luxury of being relevant without being great. Like, that's a luxury, and I think you should have leaned into it. I don't think you needed to do this.
I don't think we should be that relevant, though. Like, it's the logo and it's
like the Cowboys.
Steel curtain, and it's
well, it's also
Mike Tomlin's
the winning.
Yeah,
it buys you so much time and respect.
Like Maddie said, it's not like you guys tank. You guys are always in the playoffs, and you're always competitive. You're just not great,
right? But what does that buy us, though? Like, it buys us, and the previous winning doesn't buy us new winning. It just buys us airtime on Get Up.
Yeah, respect.
So, okay, relevancy, yes.
I think it's the Cowboys and the Steelers that are in that same realm right now. Of they get all this chatter about them, but there really isn't a ton to write home about.
But there's not like disdain towards the Steelers the way that, I mean, there is, but like not the same as
That's
the Cowboys.
true. I guess I'm just highlighting the amount of attention that
we do get
you guys
attention.
get, you know.
But I guess you add, what does it get? It's pride, which comes before the fall. And I think that that's something they probably should have leaned into. But they got a new coach, new energy, trying to sell a new regime, a new era, and they didn't go all in.
You're so right.
They didn't go all in the new era.
The brand could have afforded it. Ownership could have afforded it. Mike McCarthy could have afforded it. Like, everybody for
and
1
you bring
year.
back a 1 year, 42, 43-year-old quarterback.
They want to compete.
Because he might have a little magic left. Yeah. We'll come back with Party Like a Roth Star, Rothman Ice and the Fan.
Tweet from a listener. Are you carrying the Buckeye game today? Considering we've never not carried one, yes. The answer is yes. The Fan.
This is Gordon Miller from Miller Lending, the original home of the no-cost mortgage. Back in 1989, when I first went on the radio to introduce this whole no closing cost concept, where you could actually close on your mortgage without the lender taking $15,000, I had no idea if I had created the next pet rock fad of the day or something that would define my career over the course of the next 37 years. But once mortgage rates fell from 9 down to 6, our business exploded and I never looked back. You see, a no-cost loan is the only consumer-friendly mortgage where the homeowner actually holds all the cards. Short funds to close, eliminate thousands of dollars in closing costs. Rates are now down almost 2% from the peak, but you're holding off due to the cost of a refi? Not anymore. So let's start you down that path of eliminating closing costs once and for all and keep that money where it belongs, with you. 877-9-NO-COST. That's 877-9-NO-COST. Or simply apply online at nocostmortgage.com. Miller Lending is an equal housing lender, NMLS number 250-2146.
How do you make a UDF ice cream quake? Easy. Pick any flavor of UDF ice cream, add your favorite mix-ins, and you've got a quake. Now, how do you pick your flavors and mix-ins? That's the hard part. Ice cream quakes, only at United Dairy Farmers.
Two guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same two guys drove home. One guy wore a seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Put more money back in your pocket this spring with special rates as low as 8.99% APR on debt consolidation loans from BMI FCU. Transfer your high-interest credit cards today. Apply at bmifcu.org/consolidate.
Hey, it's Anthony Rothman here for Germain Honda of Dublin. Gas prices are up. You can drive smarter with a fuel-efficient Civic, Accord, or CR-V hybrid. More miles on every tank and keep more money in your pocket. And here's the best part. Great lease and finance rates are available right now for qualified buyers. Get so much more out of your tank of gas. Visit Germain Honda of Dublin. They're just south of 270 on Sawmill Road, or shop anytime at GermainHondaofDublin.com.
Newman Roofing, as part of their 2026 Commitment to Community initiative, is proud to partner with 10TV and The Fan to relaunch Raise the Roof, honoring local heroes. This week's honoree is Gus Teller, a freshman history teacher at Olentangy who truly builds community. Every day, Mr. Teller connects with students, leads with a smile, and makes history meaningful to the students' lives. From bad jokes to Star Trek, Gus creates a classroom where students feel valued, supported, and inspired to understand today's world together.
Many times, a person hires a law firm after an injury without doing research. It can be a big mistake or not. Sometimes, after you have hired a certain lawyer, you realize you made a certain mistake. But guess what? Just because you hire them doesn't mean you can't fire them. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you think you've hired the wrong firm, you may have. So do this. Google Morgan & Morgan results or visit forthepeople.com for cases just like yours. You may find that our full-service injury firm should have been your choice in the first place. Last year, almost 12,000 people discharged their law firm and hired us after further research. We became America's largest injury firm for a reason. Visit forthepeople.com today and let's get started. Or call Pound Law on your cell phone. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Morgan & Morgan, Ohio office located at 600 Vine Street, Cincinnati. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
The Fan has a secret radio station. It's called The Fan 2. You can listen to the Bob and Tom Show, Jim Rome, and Buckeye stuff. Why do they pay me big money to whisper? The Fan 2 is on the Fan's HD2 channel and streaming on the Fan app. You're welcome.
The Fan Poll is sponsored by JT's Pizza and Pub, home of award-winning pizza and $2 tall boys. All day, every day.
Let's all gather into the Kiki. It's time to party like a Roth star.
All right. We talked about Aaron Rye over the weekend, so I might as well start with the Matty, if that's good by you.
Cook, do your thing.
So this is a guy, and what people notice is that he was wearing two gloves, and he started doing that at age 8. He's kept it. His dad wanted him to play tennis. I guess his dad, he wanted to play tennis. His dad started him in golf, and the family emigrated from India. And he's the first Englishman to win the PGA Championship, and he played the final 10 holes in 6 under. Like, that's how championships are won. And here's the other cool thing. He went lower every day. So it was 70, 69, 67, 65. And so Aaron Rye, by doing that, I think only 8 guys in history have ever done that, gone lower every day. And the 68-footer on 17 for birdie was the one that iced it. And I mentioned to you guys earlier, he was 185-1 before the event. Las Vegas cleaned up. The amount of money they must have taken in on, forget about even before the tournament, on Sunday, no one was betting him. I don't think. I haven't asked Scotty, but I don't think anybody really was touting him. It was Rahm. It was Oberg. It was Rory. It was Xander. Those guys were in perfect spots. They were back. You didn't think that Alex Smalley was going to win it, and he was the leader. So my guess is that Las Vegas built another hotel on this weekend based on all the money they took in on guys that didn't win. So it's hard to describe how unlikely this is for him, because I mentioned on Friday, this course favored guys that can hit it a country mile and then wedge it out onto the green, and then it's a putting contest. This guy's one of the shortest hitters on tour. This shouldn't have happened. He was 141st in putting over the last year. Combine those two things. Hey. Not long and hasn't been putting well. Yeah. And then you add the best field in golf, and now he gets first of all, lifetime exemption to the PGA. So now that's done. 5 years into the Masters, the U.S. Open, the Open Championship, and he gets the replica Wanamaker Trophy, Morris Buttermaker Trophy, the Champions Money Clip, and $3.7 million to put in it.
Can you run by me again the access to some of the other majors that was in there?
5 years to the Masters.
Okay.
That's done. 5 years to the Open.
Done.
And 5 years to the British Open.
And you said for PGA, lifetime supply. Come on in, whatever you want.
Never has to qualify again.
Okay.
And $3.7 million for winning it yesterday.
Wow.
But about as unlikely as a winner you could have picked before the tournament.
Pretty wild.
Yeah.
Pretty wild. First candidate for me, is it fair to call this man Mr. Game 7? Because Jared Allen's showing up for the party at every Game 7 now. You go back to the previous series against the Toronto Raptors, Game 7, Jared Allen, 22 points, 19 rebounds, three blocks, and 2 steals in the game. And then yesterday, up there in Detroit, Jalen Rose in the house, Rip Hamilton in the house, Ben Wallace, all the OG Detroit Pistons in the building and Detroit legends. And Jared Allen said, I got more for you. I got some smoke for you guys. Here's 23 points, 7 rebounds, 1 block, 1 steal, 1 assist in the game, 57% from the floor. He's such an important piece to what they are and what they can be moving forward. When he shows up with that energy, with that amount of juice and oomph against other bigs, this is what you get from the Cavs. They did an awesome job shooting threes, but I just think this man's presence in 2 now back-to-back Game 7s has been incredible to watch, because there's been so many eyeballs on him in the playoffs, especially after the comments he made years ago about how the lights were a little too bright. And so, Jared Allen, come on down, man. You played well in this game yesterday. You played well in another Game 7, so he's doing his thing right now. He's partying like a rock star, AR.
I want to give a shout-out to local PGA Club Pro Ben Kern out at Hickory Hills. What a cool track that is. Ben's been out there for a while. And the fact that he was 10 over, he was the low PGA Club Pro, went 74, 67, 77, 72. I think he picked up, I haven't checked this, but a decent check. Maybe it was like, I don't know, maybe it was 10 grand or whatever. But the dude clearly had a week. And it's awesome to see a local guy have that kind of a week and then be able to stand there at the end. Actually, 23,930 for the week. Obviously he's not a member of the tour, so he doesn't get FedEx Cup points, but the fact that he went out there and competed with the game's best and made it to the weekend and was standing there with a trophy of his own, I want to give it to Ben Kern. Outstanding weekend. I'll dovetail in quickly to a baseball. This guy was traded by Tampa to Philly. Became an all-star a couple of years ago. Second in the Cy Young last year. Agreed to a $107 million contract earlier this year. Christopher Sanchez, the Phillies pitcher, the southpaw. Second career shutout, 4th complete game. That's so rare nowadays. 13 strikeouts, a career high. He's got a scoreless inning streak of 29 2/3. He's only the second Phillies pitcher in history to have 13 Ks and no walks in a game. So Christopher Sanchez, partying like a rock star.
Last one for me. All right, Guardians fans, I'll give it to you. You handled business against my Redlegs. They won 2 of 3. Brought out just the bats yesterday on us. I mean,
where are your bats?
No, it's a great question, sir. Chase DeLauder home run, Manzardo home run, Rocchio home run, another Manzardo home run, and then Martinez is doing his thing along with a guy by the name of Jose Ramirez. So their offense was incredible yesterday, but this is really about Gavin Williams and what they're getting from him every fifth day. Yesterday, 6 innings, 8 hits, only 2 earned runs, 7 Ks, not a single walk in the game. So now here Gavin Williams is second in all of Major League Baseball in wins. And so it's win day when he's on the bump. He is also 4th in all of Major League Baseball in strikeouts with 73 of those as well. Your guy, Christopher Sanchez, to your point, number 1 in the league. Gavin Williams, top 5. So he's absolutely an ace. But the Guardians won the Ohio Cup and beat my Redlegs. So shout out to them, Guardians, Gavin Williams, partying like a rock star.
See, I thought this is how you could have gotten back at them right now if you wanted to.
With the record?
You could have said it afterward. Said they won the Ohio Cup. No, you could have done it to the Guardians.
Print the shirts?
That's what... That would have been your way to
curse them.
That would have been a way to get back.
I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it
that
yet.
evil.
I'm going to try to stay positive today and just
very nice.
Tip my cap to them.
Coming up top of the hour, the floor is yours. 821-9710. Best call gets the Skyline gift card. We'll field those next. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
Bobby Carpenter demands that you watch Morning Juice on YouTube. If you don't, Tito will move into your house.
Live at 6 a.m. on YouTube and streaming on the Fan app.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Tired of snoring? Sleep Better Columbus can help with a custom mouthpiece that opens your airway and stops the snoring. No mask, no noise. Call 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com today. Stop snoring, sleep better, live better.
He opens his toolbox before he opens his wallet and believes you can fix anything with 20 minutes and some pride. He's Mr. DIY, and when he needs metal, he goes to metal supermarkets. Artists, hobbyists, machine shops, maintenance professionals, and welders all count on metal supermarkets for over 8,000 metal products, shapes, and grades. If it's metal, they've got it or can get it for you. Cut to any size and ready fast. Visit the family-owned franchise on North Wilson Road or Columbus at metalsupermarkets.com.
I keep seeing celebrities post me in the 90s versus now. Well, the person staring at me in the mirror is definitely not the same person that could pull off bootcut jeans. Time creeps up on us so slowly. You don't see it until suddenly you do. Same thing goes for your bills. $1 here, an uptick there. It's a slow burn until one day you realize the price you're paying now is way higher than when you signed up. But at T-Mobile, customers had the lowest wireless bills versus Verizon and AT&T over the past 5 years. And with T-Mobile on their experience plans, you get a 5-year price guarantee, so you know exactly what your plan price will be for the next 5 years. So at least that's one thing that won't change over time. I can't guarantee you'll still look good with frosted tips, but T-Mobile can give you a clear guarantee on your wireless plan.
Lower bills based on HarrisX billing snapshots from Q3 21 to Q4 25 compared to average AT&T and Verizon bills. Comparison excludes discounts, credits, and optional charges. Price guarantee on talk, text, and data. Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. See T-Mobile.com.
Guess which store is celebrating their 50th anniversary, and you'll get up to $180 off sets of Goodyear tires.
Oh man, what's their name?
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. All I need is sunshine and a cool, refreshing mountain dew. So give me my good hands, give me a dew.
Grab some friends and an ice-cold Mountain Dew today.
Mountain Dew.
Hey, it's Austin Ward. Listen to The Beat with Austin and Byrne, now powered by the Waterworks and Header Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Get the latest Buckeye news, insights, and unbeatable analysis every day. Don't miss a moment. Stream The Beat with Austin and Byrne, sponsored by the Waterworks and Header Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Hey, it's Common Man. Everybody's talking about affordability these days, but the good news is you'll find hundreds of vehicles that fit your budget at GoGermain.com. Drive home in a new sedan starting at just $139 a month. New SUVs from only $189 a month, or a truck for as low as $329. Plus, choose from over 1,700 new and pre-owned vehicles, all priced under $30K, and it's only at GoGermain.com. And with their $1,000 price promise, no one's going to sell you a car for less. Go see my friends today. GoGermain.com.
PGAChampionship.com.
Hey, I'm Pick.
And I'm Paul.
My partner here is making his first do-it-yourself fix-your-own-car video.
How do I look?
Like you need a shave.
I'm serious.
Go!
Hey, this Friday through Monday during Dollar Days at Pick and Pull, every part you pick and pull from the yard is 50% off.
You're such a DIYer and social influencer.
From doors to fenders, every part is half off.
Yeah.
Seats are just $15. Doors are $25. Floor mats are just $1.
Are you posing?
Yeah, influencers pose.
This Friday through Monday, fix your car yourself and save 50% off any part during Dollar Days at Pick and Pull.
Delaware County Veterans Services is ready to help you access VA benefits, emergency financial assistance, dental and medical grants, transportation, and more. Give Delaware County Veterans Services a call, 740-833-2010 to schedule an appointment.
Hey, it's D. Miller. Spring is here. If you're still feeling exhausted with no energy and no sex drive, it may be time to head to Low T Center. 1 in 4 men has low testosterone. At Low T Center, you can book a free testosterone test to see if you qualify for TRT customized to your body by expert providers. You can even have your treatment shipped to your door. Low T Center has the highest quality testosterone, and their providers tailor it for you so you know it's effective. Book your TRT appointment today at lowtcenter.com. That's lowtcenter.com.
Hi, I'm Connie Britton. I support Feeding America because they help provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year. Learn more at feedingamerica.org. Feeding America. 200 food banks strong.
Hey, it's T-Bone again. Sleep apnea doesn't have to rule your nights. Sleep Better Columbus has been treating snoring and sleep apnea for over 15 years with proven results and now has an office open in Marysville. Call 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or go to sleepbettercolumbus.com. Stop snoring, sleep better, live better.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios, driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon. I'm Ryan Baker. The Cleveland Cavaliers are moving on to the Eastern Conference Finals with a huge 125-94 win over the Detroit Pistons last night. Next up, the Knicks in New York tomorrow night at 8. The Western Conference Finals get underway tonight at 8:30. Oklahoma City hosting San Antonio. After taking round 1 of the Ohio Cup this weekend, the Cleveland Guardians head to Detroit to start a series with the Tigers at 6:40. Slade Ciccone gets the ball opposite Framber Valdez. At the same time, the Cincinnati Reds are in Philadelphia battling the Phillies. Nick Lodolo versus Andrew Painter, the pitching matchup. You can hear it on the Fan 2 beginning at 6:10. At the World Hockey Championships, Denton Matejchuk scored a goal and Jet Greaves gets the win as Canada beats Denmark 5-1. Team USA fell to Finland 6-2. This one's sponsored by Green & Sons. Find your next Kubota tractor at Green & Sons, located in Mount Sterling in north of Marysville.
The perfect ratio of sports talk, dogs, pro wrestling, and gambling advice.
It's science.
You're listening to Rothman and Ice.
Second hour of the program. The floor is yours, 821-9710. Best call gets a Skyline $25 gift card. The Skyline Dip Chilito is now, they're back with a new twist at participating Skyline restaurants only for a limited time. I failed you. I was supposed to give you Aaron Rye's world ranking. Last week was 44.
Okay.
He ended 2025 as the 23rd ranked golfer in the world. So, as unlikely as it was yesterday, he's there. Like, he's a guy that's
in the mix.
Yeah, he's in the mix.
Yeah.
That win rocked him up to 15 in the world. So, pretty awesome. So, I didn't get your opinion on this. And so, last night, I forgot that the Cavs were on streaming.
Mm-hmm.
And I will tell you this. This may be the sign of the sports apocalypse for me. That's a game 7 of a playoff series.
Yeah.
And people cannot watch it on network TV. It was a massive fail. And I can't stand it. And so I was fumbling around. Do we have Amazon Prime? Do I not? And I'm like, wait a minute. I watched Thursday night games.
Mm-hmm.
And on the TV downstairs, I wasn't getting it.
That's fair.
Okay,
it's fair that you feel that way.
And I wasn't getting it, though. It wasn't coming in.
Oh.
So it was like new sign in, and the QR code pops up, and I'm like, all right, I can't, what's going on? So I go upstairs, and I'm like, all right, I'm getting it on that TV, but I want to watch it downstairs. So now I'm trying to re-sign in, and it kicks Jamie a code on her text. She's out walking. Now she's getting a text thinking it's probably spam, that someone's breaking into the Amazon account. Now she's calling and not knowing that I'm doing this. And I watched the game on the scores on Gamecast. I'm like, now they're up 16. I wanted to watch it. I wound up going back to clearly watch. But the fact that I was sitting there on a Sunday night at 8 o'clock, Game 7, turning on the TV, food is there, I'm all relaxed, and boom, this QR BS, re-sign in, no code, got a code, what is the code? Like, and now I'm thinking, why would you do this why would you do that for a playoff game? 7.
What I found on my end, I believe, is when you get logged in on your TV one time, you don't have to go through that process again.
So why? I don't know why this happened. I know what happened. Oh, I got it. So I switched from Apple TV a while ago to Roku on the downstairs to get access.
So you had to re-log back into everything. That's probably what it was. That's probably not going to happen again.
Well, I'm not signed in yet. I just blew it off, and I started watching a movie.
Screw it.
Yeah, well, the game was a blowout.
Yeah,
it's not that I wasn't that interested, but I realized I didn't have to run to the sign-up.
I think what's happening here and what's going to continue to happen is that, AR, if I turned you into Adam Silver right now, and I'm a rep from Prime, and I say to you, here, sir, here's billions of dollars to air your games.
Of course.
I don't think you're going to turn it down. So I just think...
That's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Baseball is now on Peacock for Sunday Night Baseball. It's not even on ESPN anymore. The world that we knew 10 plus years ago is no longer this world.
Fine.
That's it. That's all.
Yeah.
So I think it was a one-time thing.
They don't care because they'll age out guys like me, and they won't care, and everyone else will be used to it and have it and ready to go. And yeah, that's it. Okay. Kick us to the curb.
But I think you should be good now. When you go back home today and try to log back into Prime,
who knows when I'm going to? When's the next game I'm going to have to worry about?
This is a good question.
Will the Cavs-Knicks series be on?
Let me find this for you real quick before we get to the call. So it looks like San Antonio OKC tonight will be on NBC Peacock. It looks like Cavs-Knicks will be on ESPN.
For game 1.
I'm getting ESPN the entire way.
Okay.
ABC and ESPN.
All right, there you go. Yeah. So now you're doing something to help me.
Looks like the Western Conference games will be on NBC Peacock. It looks like you'll get Cavs-Knicks on ESPN and ABC.
Just weird, like biggest night to watch sports, like Sunday night, Game 7, and you're going to stream it. Like I just felt like that. I think I finally crossed.
Wait till
over.
you get a Super Bowl over there. If that ever happens.
That's got to be there.
It's in play.
You know what? That'd be a great prediction. What year is the first streaming Super Bowl?
I think it's sooner rather than later.
You think college is before pro?
The Natty over there?
Probably not.
One of them will be there, I think, in the next 10 years.
All right, TLC. Let's move on to something better. Our listeners.
Exactly.
We're going to start with James in Newark.
James in Newark. The floor is yours, my man.
Hello. I almost forgot what I was going to talk about with that big old boomer rant about streaming, but I'll tell you what. I understand where you're coming from.
All right, thank you.
But just
and I'm not a boomer. I'm not that old, by the way, but go ahead.
I know. That's why I said it was a boomer rant. But I'm thinking, let's talk about the Steelers. We just re-signed Aaron Rodgers to the one-year deal. He's got Michael Pittman, an Ohio State receiver that we love. We love to see him in Steelers uniforms. You know, Santonio Holmes won us the Super Bowl. So I'm excited. I think having a veteran playmaker in there again with the same crew with added weapons, I mean, give me the wild card or the division win. What do you think?
So I'm leaving room for it. I'm leaving room that they could pull this off again and get in the tournament and make a little noise. You heard me earlier, James. I'm like, there's a little magic there still. If he stays healthy, he does give him the best chance. I just feel like this was tailor-made to kind of say, all right, we've got a chance to see if one of our young guys can develop. And maybe they feel they know better than I do. And I said last week, man, I don't know how you feel about this. This says a little more to me about how they feel about Will than how they feel about Aaron.
I could understand why your mind would go that way. You got a new head coach that's now come in. It's not the same coach, at least, that was there when you got drafted. But I think one of the positives that is going on right now when it comes to this Rodgers re-signing with Pittsburgh is the chemistry that he and Mike McCarthy have. Rodgers knows what he is going to demand from him as a head coach and vice versa. And Mike McCarthy's going to know the best positions to put Aaron Rodgers in as a quarterback. So I do like that ability to kind of hit the ground running as far as Rodgers not having to learn anything that's really, really new, and also McCarthy knowing what his quarterback likes, the play calls, when to call plays throughout the game, and all that stuff that you can only have with time on task together.
They might look at this as if we get a veteran like Aaron Rodgers back in the room, that can only be good for our new drafted quarterback, Drew Aller. All right, TLC, who's up next? Who's batting second? Hang in there, James, by the way.
Let's go to Aaron in the South End.
Aaron in the South End. The floor is yours.
What's up, Rothman? This is Aaron. I just remember a couple of years ago, I brought my son in several years ago to do the tour of a radio station, brother. How you doing?
Outstanding. Good to have you, man. Hope everybody's
How you
good.
doing, bud?
We're doing good.
Yep, everybody's great. You know, it's funny you brought up the streaming service. That's literally what I was wanting to talk about. I'm the old guy who don't like much change. So my family talked me into cutting the cord, and I was totally against it. We cut the cord. We have all streaming, upgraded our TV. I've got all the streaming services on my new TV, cut the cord. My cable bill has been cut in half, maybe even up to 70%. And, buddy, I tell you, it's great. I feel like I've got more viewing choices now, Rothman.
Oh, my. He's been freed up.
There we go.
All right, Aaron,
dude,
listen.
it's crazy. And it also transferred into my son talking to me into upgrading my lawn equipment, which is all gas-powered into battery-operated.
Look at this guy. You're
just winning right now.
Chef of the future.
Love this.
This is amazing.
Okay.
All right. You a nice positive spin.
There we go.
On last night's backlash. And they're getting it, by the way. But that's a good – they had to prop Aaron up. He's the poster guy now of the streaming. Well done. All right, TLC, who you got?
Let's go to John in Lewis Center.
John in Lewis Center, the floor is yours.
Oh, my God. I didn't want to go into the streaming thing, guys, but now it just keeps coming up. I'm 40. I'm with Rothman. I'm against it. Not against cutting the cord and streaming, but against putting big games on networks. Now you're a niche product. The NFL doesn't do that. That's why everybody talks about the NFL and everything else is a niche product. Anyway, sorry, that just drives me nuts. What I really wanted to say is, okay, if we go to 2014 playoffs and the Big Ten doesn't stop with these noon games, I'm for leaving the Big Ten. We're going to have no conference championship game. We're going to have some tiebreaker regular season championship with two teams with one loss that didn't even play each other. It doesn't mean anything. I call Michigan. I say, let's call Notre Dame. We're leaving. We go to NBC, see what type of deal we get, schedule the rest of our games. What do you think?
I could see it. I was one of those guys that years ago, 15 years ago, I was the one who didn't believe that you could just operate an entire sport essentially without the NCAA. I was like, wait a minute. There's got to be something around this sport. And I feel like that's almost gone in a way. So
for them to make that move, I think you're Ross Bjork, you're the presidents, all the decision makers that are going to be in on this. I think they would have to look at the dollar figures that would be offered from NBC or whoever it would be, and it would have to equate to what they're getting now or more, I think, for them to make that decision. Without any financial security on that side of it, I don't think they're going down the road of unknown. Clearly, they would do their homework, and I'm with you guys. I could see it happening, but they just would need a massive amount of financial security and knowing that right away in order to make that jump.
It's a wild idea, but it's not crazy in that Ohio State probably looks at that right now as how many of these teams should we just continue to be helping out?
Correct. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you can get that TV money that they're getting now from NBC, then you strongly consider it.
All right, we're going to come back. We'll filter a couple calls over to the next segment. The floor is still yours, and the gift card is still alive. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
We're known for three things: games, conversation, and common man yelling about things only he cares about. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
There's an old story about cat toys that's been retold for over 20 years because it perfectly explains who we are. This is Dennis Sullivan, president of Care Heating and Cooling. Years ago, a couple who shared their house with 3 cats had another company out to look at their furnace. After working on it, the technician said it was dangerous and had to be replaced. The couple called Care for a second opinion, and my dad Mike went out to help them. When he inspected the furnace, the cause of the problem became obvious. A cat toy had been stuffed into the heat exchanger. With the toy removed, the furnace ran perfectly. Now, how did the toy get there? You can decide for yourself, but here's what mattered then and still matters now. The first company paid commissions to their service techs to sell new furnaces. At Care, we pay our technicians to fix furnaces, not sell you a new one. And if a new furnace is needed, our team of replacement specialists will advise you on all options available and help you make your best choice. Care Heating and Cooling. Call 1-800-COOLING when you need a company you can trust.
I love Right Pack Credit Union because they're solution driven.
I feel valued as a member.
They're focused on the latest technology and the personal connections.
Experience benefits that go beyond banking with Right Pack Credit Union. Just ask our actual members.
I definitely recommend Right Pack to all my family and friends as a credit union of choice.
Visit one of our Columbus area Right Pack Credit Union member centers near you. Based on individual members' experiences, results may vary.
Hey friends, Beamer here, and wow, time really does fly by. Last year feels like 2024. 10 weeks ago feels like yesterday. That's how quick Reclaim by Awaken 180 is and feels. 10 weeks to do what took you 5. 10 years to pile up the weight. 40 pounds gone in 10 weeks. That's what I did. That's what Awaken 180 Reclaim was built for. And I'm telling you, when that kind of weight comes off, life starts feeling a little bit different very fast. Your clothes fit differently, you move differently, you carry yourself differently. Even walking into a room feels different when you're not thinking about your weight before anything else. That's why Reclaim by Awaken 180 makes so much sense to me. It gives you a simple 10-week plan with a real beginning, a real end, and a real finish line. Not someday, not I'll figure it out. 10 weeks to finally go after it and achieve it. And the best part, keeping it off with free support for life. I did it, so you can definitely do it. Reclaim by Awaken 180. Start today at awaken180weightloss.com.
No one plans to get into an accident, but when it happens, we strive in making life easier for you. This is Justin Hinderer. The Hinderer Motor Company Collision Center is ICAR certified and certified by many manufacturers to provide the best quality repair available. All of our repairs come with a lifetime warranty. We have our own 24/7 towing service so you never have to wait. Plus, we offer on-site rental cars for every lifestyle. At Hinderer Motor Company, we love what moves you.
Is it time to renew your Medicaid coverage? Don't miss out. When you renew your AmeriHealth Caritas Ohio benefits on time, you keep more than just your health care. You keep your extra perks too. That means doctor visits, dental, vision, plus extra benefits like school supply funds, baby essentials, rewards for health trivia games, and more. Don't risk losing the coverage and extras your family counts on. Visit AmeriHealthCaritasOH.com/renew today. That's AmeriHealthCaritasOH.com/renew.
Hi, I'm Josie. My daughter turns 5 today. Blow out the candles. I'm also an Ohio State Highway Patrol trooper. When you move over and slow down, you're not only giving me room to work, you're making sure I can get home to celebrate with my daughter.
Roadside workers have lives and families, but when they're on the job, they put it all on the line to protect and serve us. When you see flashing lights, remember, they're not just roadside workers. Thank you for moving over and slowing down.
Brought to you by ODOT, USDOT, NHTSA, and ODPS.
The Reds are on the Fan's family of stations all season long. If you don't listen, Terry Francona will ride his scooter to your house and yell at you. Your home of the Reds. The Fan, the Fan 2, and the Fan 3. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Plenty of sunshine today, and it will be breezy, humid, and warm with highs again into the upper 80s to low 90s in some spots. For tonight, mostly cloudy overnight with our lows down into the 70s, and we'll still see those breezy winds, which will persist into your Tuesday. Mostly sunny to start and breezy with chances of showers and storms developing in the afternoon and evening. Highs will be in the upper 80s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfolo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
T-Bone and Tybus are everything you want in a delicious breakfast. Lots of empty calories, no nutritional value.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 9.
The Fan.
What's up, knuckleheads? You're listening to Rothman Ice on The Fan. It's not terrible.
All right, some good calls so far. TLC's our judge and arbiter in this case for the gift card. We got a few left, I'm sure, that he's got in the queue. Let's run through those now. What do you got?
How about Danny in Delaware?
Danny in Delaware.
Danny.
Your dime, your dance floor.
Cleveland, this is for you. I mean, that performance last night, Maddie, you can tell them that was belt to ass. I mean, if the Cavs play how they do, there's no reason they cannot make it to the NBA Finals and win the championship. Now we do have to head to the concrete jungle where dreams are made of. There's nothing we can't do, including giving your salary back to working girls like Mamdani and James Harden. So we are feeling alive. Cavaliers in 5. Bing bong. And boys, I guess since I'm a Browns fan, I do have to bring up the Steelers. Steelers fans are about as excited as Aaron Rodgers coming back as I am when my wife returns home from a trip after being gone for a week and I've had the house filled with peace and quiet. They're probably not very excited at all. And I am currently driving up 71 North right now, about to go visit Mary Kay, and I do have to ask you this. On your road trip, what are the best go-to road trip snacks?
Wow.
Well, I can speak to this for sure. I get stuck, Danny, buying the combos. Like
I knew you'd say that.
How did you know?
I almost said, are you a combo guy?
I don't eat them any other time
snack.
except when I hit a speedway or something where I go in there, I'm like, okay, it's combos.
You know what's
time.
interesting, AR, is that combos are my go-to golf snack. Whenever I go golf, that's got to be in the bag.
Put 3 in a cellophane bag and take them out to the course, Matty. 1 for the front side, 1 for the back side, and 1 for after the round.
That's a movie.
No, it's not.
Oh, really?
I just
No, he's just saying that you follow the nutrition facts and the serving sizes.
I mean, right?
No, but I need
There's so many flavors.
I need the pepperoni combos in the bag for sure. And then, maybe a couple high noons or something to get me through the round. But I like what you're saying about combos.
Okay.
I am a chewy bar, protein bar type of something simple because I can't go crazy with like trail mix and a whole bunch of stuff that might spill around in the car. So I think I'm usually in that realm. Like give me, protein bars, chewy bars, something like that. That'll get me through a road trip.
The real question is, how many flavors of combos are there? What's the over-under?
I'm going to set it at 8.5.
I would take the over.
Really? I don't get combos enough to know.
All right. Well, that's the snack, Danny. That's
combos.
Yeah.
It's a good call.
All right, Danny. It's Danny in Delaware. We had a Danny.
Talk about food. He's talking about the Denny's menu right now.
We used to have a Denny from Dublin that would call the show a lot.
A Danny from
Delaware. And that's what's throwing AR
and it's a
off
lot of
bit.
A's and E's and all sorts
Great
of
call from Danny today, by the way. Got some Jay-Z and Alicia Keys in there as well. Like he dropped a lot of references in there.
What happened to Dan in Dublin?
TLC, love him. He's the best thing to happen on the radio in a long time.
That was your guy that you hired.
Yeah.
Apparently I only hired him once.
That was your mercenary phone call.
Yeah, that's not our original. That wasn't the original guy from Dublin.
No.
Yeah.
That was just one of his family members.
Yeah.
I'm
not sure.
TLC goes
Dan in Dublin called in one time, said that, and then never called again.
And that was like one of the first, I believe, your segments we've ever done.
That was one of the first 3 or 4 weeks.
And we got somebody from Dublin where he grew up calling in,
Yeah.
To praise
I'm probably not doing a candy bar. I'm leaning towards chips, pretzels, that kind of stuff. I need like a lot of things. Like a bat, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like not just a candy bar that you can just.
Could you do like half a sandwich?
I've done some weird things, and I've done some weird things on the road. One being the road burrito. That's a rough call.
Yeah, you're built different for that.
Yeah.
All just the rice in there and everywhere.
Done the Subway, bad choice.
Okay. You sent us a picture a few weeks ago of some canes in the passenger seat. You were going somewhere, weren't you?
Yeah, and that was one of those. The reason I sent that to you guys is because we had an argument of we had the will it make it home, and it didn't. Like none of it.
Wait, fries, fingers, toast, all of it was gone before you got home.
I didn't get the toast. I got extra fries.
Okay, which I support.
Yeah.
So you're telling me
and
all
then TLC asked the right question. He goes, "Well, what about the sauce?" And I'm like, "I didn't use the sauce."
I
was so hungry that I had the box combo on the way home and just finished it.
You don't like the sauce, or you were just
No, I do, but I'm not
hungry?
going to do the sauce while I'm driving.
See, I think you should have just pulled over in the parking lot and enjoyed it if you were that hungry.
Peel off into the park and drink and eat my canes.
That's better than driving and eating canes.
All right, let's go back to the phones. Who you got?
We got one more, and it's Brandon in New Albany.
Sorry. Brandon, the floor is yours.
Gentlemen, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
AR, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. You're the best voice in sports radio, man, and I really mean that. On a side note, everybody, go follow my X page, BLC Media 10. I repeat, BLC Media 10. I am in the know everything, Central Ohio baseball, sports in general.
Ripple?
X, BLC Media 10. And
I tried.
What happened?
I think
Did he drop out?
Yeah, by producer call.
Oh.
What? You wanted to listen to that?
It's a Ripple baseball.
Of course he wanted to listen to that. Did you hear how it started for AR?
Hey.
The best voice.
It wasn't a plant.
There's a drop for you, by the way, at the
right.
beginning of that. It's just so funny how we went from his plant.
That was not a plant.
To Brandon calling in saying, which is, facts. You are the best voice in the city and probably the world.
Yeah, it was in the 80s, but I did not enjoy it.
When we get to the summer, are your baseball players going to call in when they're not in school?
Probably
the best baseball coach, the best baseball manager we've ever had.
They can. For the best first base coach.
I need you.
You got anybody thrown out at second yet?
No. Not yet. It's going to happen. I'll get overly aggressive, but it hasn't happened.
Done? Are you picking a winner?
Oh, James in Newark.
James in Newark gets the Skyline $25 gift card. Skyline Dip Chilito now. They're back with a new twist at participating Skyline restaurants for a limited time.
There we go. TLC, I need, because I know you're so good at your job that you can get this done in a couple of minutes. But when we come back, I need the beginning of Brandon's call again.
Okay.
I needed to hear verbatim what the man had to say about our guy AR game. Because it may have been the best compliment you've ever received from a caller.
Answer this honestly. The guy who called in and said, hey, remember the radio tour that we got?
Where does he live at Turtle?
Did you remember that?
The exact tour?
Yeah.
I don't remember the exact tour.
Do you remember the general time frame?
Within the last couple of years?
I don't know. But was there a period of time where there was regularly listeners coming?
Yeah, it was. I had maybe at one time offered some. I need to get the details from it because we've done a few of these over the years.
Was it the old building?
And that one, no, it was this building.
Okay.
I do remember that. It was this building. But I was much more proud of the old building.
How do you feel about this one?
So
more proud of the old building.
I'm going to back AR on this.
You.
The old building was
studios. And we've been downgraded into a bunker here.
There
We're
you
in a
go.
garage.
Yeah.
We're like a garage band.
We're in the prop department for TV.
That's right.
Wasn't our offices like an old prop room?
Prop, fizz. That's who we are.
TLC, you would have enjoyed the other studio.
I'll take your word for it.
TLC, we're on the third floor. We had windows.
Mm-hmm.
We overlooked the park. It was like a
grocery store pretty much attached to the building, pretty much.
Yeah, we could have
you guys went every single day.
We could have built a skywalk in the wintertime.
To Kroger.
Over to Kroger.
Yeah.
I do remember.
We had people that were cooking for us. We knew the chefs. This was quite a come down.
I think I won crew
Moving
tickets.
into Channel 10 was quite a come down.
I remember, I think I was picking up crew tickets because I went to the old station as a listener who just did this and called in and won a prize. By the way,
that's amazing. So you just told the world that you could be a listener, call in, win a prize, and eventually be a producer.
Yeah. Or if you're Brandon in New Albany, you already have your own media company that millions are following.
I give him a lot of credit for trying to build his own brand. And he saw an opening and took it.
Anyway,
interesting.
What I was saying about when I went to the station to pick up the interesting that Rothman's a big supporter of this
the guy that said he's the best radio voice this city's ever had.
The guy's a real go-getter. Hey, you know what I've always said? You can't teach ambition.
Hey, listen,
that's true.
You got to be your biggest fan.
Yeah.
I support it.
I said it to everybody that's ever walked through here. I've said it to Maddie. I'll say it to you. You can't coach it. You can't teach it.
Mm-hmm.
This is a want-to business. He saw an opening, he took it. And our producer clipped him.
Yeah, you can blame me for that.
Well, it's because if he would have knew about Ripple baseball, I think TLC would have kept him on the line.
He kind of brushed that aside. He said, I'm in the know about Central Ohio baseball, and I was expecting some thoughts on your first base coaching skills.
Right.
And apparently he didn't know.
TLC says you got to do it the old-fashioned way. Win a prize, show up, get your foot in the door,
and what I was going to say, what the little bit of the office that I saw when I came up and got the ticket, this had been pre-COVID, but the little bit that I saw of it, I'm like, this is a nice-looking building.
I think
I took the elevator up.
That's it.
Yeah.
I was just about to say, I think my tiebreaker is, does it have an elevator?
Had the elevator. We had a nice lobby.
That's class.
The window. Like, it was just,
class.
it was top tier over there. It was.
Yeah.
Now we're in Dom's dungeon.
Just bay windows. That's about right. That's it.
And I got 2 minutes.
A parking cop and all sorts of stuff. All right, we're coming back in 2 minutes. And we have his underling, O'Day Adam King.
There he is.
I'll explain that next. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place. And are you tired of windows so drafty that your curtains blow in the wind even after you shut your windows?
Sounds like a problem, Wilson.
It's why at the other window place, we now offer curtain tie-downs.
Wouldn't just great non-drafty windows be the answer?
And tank the entire curtain tie-down market?
Get the windows that homeowners rated the leading window brand in Columbus at PellaColumbus.com.
Every time you pull onto a job site, your name pulls in with you. That's why the pros trust Bobcat equipment. Buy the machine you're proud to run, backed by the crew that's been serving the industry since 1975. That's 50 years of showing up, long after you receive the keys. Bobcat Enterprises is here for you with 9 locations serving Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana. On every job, you deserve a team that stands behind you. Visit bobcatent.com to learn more.
Hey, it's Common Man. Everybody's talking about affordability these days, but the good news is you'll find hundreds of vehicles that fit your budget at GoGermain.com. Drive home in a new sedan starting at just $139 a month. New SUVs from only $189 a month, or a truck for as low as $329. Plus, choose from over 1,700 new and pre-owned vehicles, all priced under $30K, and it's only at GoGermain.com. And with their $1,000 price promise, no one's going to sell you a car for less. Go see my friends today. GoGermain.com.
When you saw your heating bills this winter, did you think this is out of control? The problem is your house is leaking money, and the only thing higher than your heating bills are your cooling bills. Steve here from USA Insulation. Let us fix your energy bill problem for good. If you aren't foam insulated, you really aren't insulated. For $99 a month, interest-free, we'll foam your home and help cut those energy bills. 529-2440 or USAinsulation.net.
USA Insulation. Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Anthony sometimes likes to sit and stare at his bundle of Emmy Awards. Unfortunately, it's through the glass of the pawn shop. You're listening to Rothman and Ice.
You're the best voice in sports radio, man, and I really mean that.
It's very nice.
Who was that?
Checks in the mail, Brandon.
That was from Brandon. That wasn't about you, so don't get too
It certainly
excited.
wasn't about Cole, I'll tell you that much.
Cole's got one of those in the bag already.
Oh, yeah.
Though.
Hey, let me
He's
go
already
find
got one of those.
Dan in Dublin, you're on the air.
TLC, love him. Best thing to happen on radio in a long time.
So we got 2/3 of the show that have gotten that call. I have not got one yet.
I think you've gotten
What's the number? I'll call next week.
Adam's gotten one.
That's true.
Adam King, which I know a lot of other people don't like him. I really don't mind him.
I'll take it. It's a win. I'd like to know what other people he's talking about, but I'll take it.
We didn't know you were here, but we smelled you.
That's true.
Yeah. Because we walked out 2 breaks ago now, and you were changing into your 10 TV polo, which is nice. It looks good. It looks like you were coming in from somewhere.
I was
outside.
Spoiler alert, it's hot outside, and I decided to wear pants and long sleeves. Not ideal.
So AR and I are by the microwave, and you proceed to probably go
half a
7 splashes deep of cologne.
Half a bottle.
Right in front of us.
You know, my cologne.
I support.
The most pretentious thing that I own is my cologne. Because when you wear cologne, like sometimes somebody will ask you, they'll say, hey, what is that? You know, like it's just a common,
Yeah, you smell nice.
Oh, yeah. Like Common Man wears a lot of nice cologne. I'm like, oh, what is that?
Well, if you ask me about my cologne, hey, what is that? Where can I get it? Sorry, you can only get it in Spain. And then ask me about my other cologne. Sorry, you can only get it in Greece.
So you're that guy.
I haven't been to Spain since I was in high school.
Well done, Cole.
So basically what you just described is you copied the Seinfeld episode where Jake Jarman, he has those glasses.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And he didn't want anybody to know or have them. And Elaine found out that he got them in Malaysia. And I don't know whether she got a pair or got something that looked like it. And that bothered him. So I could see why maybe now.
I'll tell you this
that
much.
Could be you.
You'd be hard-pressed to find someone that smells like Adam King in the States. With cologne or without cologne.
It's kind of like it's musky.
Yeah.
It's got like maybe a hint of the Old West. I'm not really sure what it is.
That is called butt sweat, is what you're smelling. Is that? Matty Ice, I believe, said that to me. What did you say?
You said something seeping through your trousers.
You got on khakis today.
I do.
You got on some khakis today, and I didn't know if maybe you sat in something that you didn't know about.
Yeah, I did.
So I just wanted to give you a heads up that,
That was his introduction. He goes, hey, you got something going on down there.
It's a unique signature move you got going there.
Because, AK, I'm always that guy.
You're open and honest.
Hey, if I see something that isn't usually your thing with how you go, I'm going to be like, hey, I just want to let you know you got this going on today.
He said, hey, I want to let you know, maybe grab one of those sweatshirts you got laying around, tie it around your waist, and call it a day here, big guy, because you don't want to be walking around the newsroom with that going on.
So are you going for confidence or charisma? What's going on here? It's like a timeless sophistication. Like, what is this? How would you describe this to the radio listener on what you smell like today?
I smell like joy.
Unmatched versus.
I smell like joy. You walk past me. It's not a DeVere Posey smell. You ever smelled DeVere's cologne? He dialed it back a little bit. DeVere's cologne, you shook his hand, you smelled like it for the rest of the day.
So I completely agree with you. If I come out of one of these side studios that we have here and I walk down the hallway, I'll be like, oh, DeVere's here.
Yeah.
Somewhere. Like, because when Depot walks in the building, he's got elite cologne.
And it smells good. To be clear. Yeah, to be clear.
But you know when DeVere is here. And Common Man, same thing.
Well, and the thing about like when Rothman walks in, you're like, Rothman's here. He doesn't wear cologne, and it shows. We know. We can tell. He doesn't wear deodorant either.
I do wear deodorant.
You and Aaron Rodgers hanging out a lot? Is it like a natural thing you guys are trying out?
Natural pheromones?
It's not working. I'll tell you that. It's not working.
Maddie's never complained. I worked with this guy 5 days a week for years.
He was out with food poisoning. He couldn't take your smell anymore, big guy. Once a year, he
finally got to him.
Yeah. The air quotes are tough right there, brother.
I'll take it. Listen, I don't believe you need to shower 7 days a week.
That's right.
He disagrees. He thinks you should shower 7 times a day.
Twice a day.
I think that's
you got so
way too much.
I'm a 1 shower a day guy.
Which I understand. But I'm excessive. I understand.
Just to be clear, I can only take 1 shower a day because my water bill can't support multiple showers. Because it is just that hot water feels so nice. I'll put on the music or even a podcast, and I'm like 8 songs deep, half a podcast, and I'm like, I got to get out of this place. I'm pruning like a hot tub in here.
Let me ask you this, AR. Since you're not a 7-day-a-week shower guy, what are we doing on the days where you're not showering?
You using dude wipes and flushing them down the toilet here?
No, I'm not. Who did that? Do we know?
We don't know.
Every spring, the toilets explode. What happened? You were here.
They said they found baby wipes in the toilet.
Baby wipes?
No, dude wipes, they said.
No, it wasn't me.
Baby wipes.
I was not here.
That's true. They said they found baby wipes or something like dude wipes.
Because you would have every right to look at me if I were here because I use wipes all the time.
Well, you're also just a clean man. You're just like a clean, like
appreciate that.
Like it's both a compliment and a curse. You're either,
We were surprised that he's the last guy who would ever get sick.
Yeah,
just because
or the first guy.
No like microbials that'll ever get near this guy.
But also, if one does, he's down for the count.
It's me.
I mean, you go on one single cruise ship, you're never coming home.
Doesn't have the natural immunity.
No.
All right. Well, somebody blew up the toilets here, and we don't know.
That's right. All from baby wipes.
Yeah.
Are you?
I don't know. What do we have in there? Like Dairy Queen napkins we're working with. So maybe I understand why people are.
I get it. It's not for everybody in there. I think baby wipes are a pretty. You don't sneak those into the bathroom. Like if I not to say that I'm eyeballing everything that goes on around here. But if Cole walks into the bathroom with a thing of baby wipes, I'm going to give Cole crap for that. There's no world where I'm just going to be like, oh, he's just.
Here's how you do it. You walk in with a backpack. It's in the backpack.
I'm going to give you, like, what are you doing in there?
Take a backpack into the bathroom?
That's more concerning.
Done it before. I didn't do it last week, but I've done it before.
I would think that he was getting ready to change clothes or something.
Okay.
If I saw somebody with a backpack.
He walks out with the same clothes on, though.
Then
you're not like, what in the world just happened in there?
I changed my underwear.
What is the name of this cologne, by the way, that you got? What is the name of it?
I'll get it in the break, and I'll tell you. I'll get it in the break. It's some fancy Greek word.
And when you tell people that you can only get it in Spain, are you also letting them know that you can't order it online?
So, funny thing, and this is interesting, you can order it online, but the cologne itself, it's not that expensive. It's only like $70. But to get it here, to ship it here, is like $300.
Oh.
So, and I love the cologne, so I have to use it sparingly. Today, I did not use it sparingly because I can't get it again till I go back overseas. So, it's tough.
One day I asked DeVere, since we were talking about his cologne, like, what are you wearing? And I looked up the cologne, and it was like $450 for like the smallest bottle possible.
That sounds like DeVere.
So that matches with the scent and how strong it is.
And that makes
because
sense.
He's getting his money's worth.
Yeah, it's
because
not watered down.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's powerful.
Would you wear a certain cologne if an A-list athlete or actor said they wear it?
No, that's very weird.
Okay.
I will say this. There is not a person that could tell me that they wear a certain cologne and I would say I want to smell like you. Be yourself, Rothman, okay? There's only one question. Anthony Rothman, okay?
I don't wear cologne anymore.
Stop trying to be Tom Brady, okay?
The reason by the way, that dude.
That's what I figured.
The whole Gucci walk or whatever he was doing there.
I thought he looked a lot like you in that moment.
He looked a lot like Zoolander is what he looked like.
He did. I saw somebody else.
Blue Steel.
The
reason I ask is there are like numerous A-listers who wear like classic Hollywood icons to leading actors who wear a certain brand. And I remember this is years ago when I actually used to be interested in cologne, that they would have a list that they would pull out of this cologne and this scent is worn by these guys. And you could say, okay, well, this one's worn by The Rock and this one's by, I don't know, Pierce Brosnan, and this one's by Clint Eastwood. And I actually think that people would probably be drawn to, you know what, I've always been a fan. Robert Redford wore this.
In the same way when I was a kid, I wanted Michael Jordan cologne. It's the same thing.
That's what I was going to ask you. I can understand.
What about Michael B. Jordan cologne? Did you ever have that?
No.
I can understand the idea of I don't know, I'm trying to think of someone who has cologne out there that they have their brand. I'm sure Ronaldo's got his own cologne. I could see Ronaldo fans being like, oh my gosh, Ronaldo made this cologne and I wear this cologne. But it's a no from me. I'd rather.
Yeah, I agree.
I also I don't know. I forget to put on cologne a lot. It's not a daily. It's why it's on my desk. It's not at home. It's here.
My buddy Z tweets in twice a day shower, but military style, 3 to 5 minutes. Slightly cold water, never hot water for him. Cold showers.
What's his name?
Psychotics.
What's his name?
It's our boy Zoran.
Zoran, are you doing okay? Zoran, let's have a talk here.
Don't mess with the Zohan.
That's right.
You ever see that?
I have. That's Adam Sandler.
That's right.
Terrible movie.
You would think it would be terrible, but it's actually watchable.
Watchable is one thing. I remember thinking it was absolute. It was when Adam Sandler was saying yes to everything. Which, sidebar, what is the best Adam Sandler movie? There's a correct answer here.
The very best? All right, let's take a break and think on that. Go run and get your cologne.
All right, sounds good.
Bring that back, because I want everybody in Central Ohio to know about this, to know what either to stay away from or ruin your day.
The best Adam Sandler movie. That's coming up. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
If you miss a live show, you can catch the podcast. If you miss the podcast, our hosts have volunteered to have dinner with you.
The meatloaf!
The Fan.
Newman Roofing, as part of their 2026 Commitment to Community initiative, is proud to partner with 10 TV and The Fan to relaunch Raise the Roof, honoring local heroes. This week's honoree is Gus Teller, a freshman history teacher at Olentangy who truly builds community. Every day, Mr. Teller connects with students, leads with a smile, and makes history meaningful to the students' lives. From bad jokes to Star Trek, Gus creates a classroom where students feel valued, supported, and inspired to understand today's world together.
Many times, a person hires a law firm after an injury without doing research. It can be a big mistake or not. Sometimes, after you have hired a certain lawyer, you realize you made a certain mistake. But guess what? Just because you hired them doesn't mean you can't fire them. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you think you've hired the wrong firm, you may have. So do this. Google Morgan & Morgan results or visit forthepeople.com for cases just like yours. You may find that our full-service injury firm should have been your choice in the first place. Last year, almost 12,000 people discharged their law firm and hired us after further research. We became America's largest injury firm for a reason. Visit forthepeople.com today and let's get started. Or call Pound Law on your cell phone. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Morgan & Morgan, Ohio office located at 600 Vine Street, Cincinnati. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
I love Right Pack Credit Union because they're solution driven.
I feel valued as a member. They're focused on the latest technology and the personal connections.
Experience benefits that go beyond banking with Right Pack Credit Union. Just ask our actual members.
I definitely recommend Right Pack to all my family and friends as a credit union of choice.
Visit one of our Columbus area Right Pack Credit Union member centers near you. Based on individual members' experiences, results may vary.
Planning to buy a home in 2026? Not sure where to start? The Ohio Housing Finance Agency can help. With a step-by-step homebuyer's guide and financial tools, the Ohio Housing Finance Agency can make homeownership part of your future. Eligible homebuyers may qualify for down payment assistance and reduced mortgage interest rates. To see if you qualify and to find a mortgage lender, visit myohiohome.org.
Care Heating and Cooling. Honest technicians, honest pricing. Call 1-800-COOLING.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. At Germain Toyota of Columbus, it's all about you, your drive, your style, and your budget. Stop in and see Marcello. He'll get you rolling. Germain Toyota of Columbus on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road. Or check them out online at germaintoyota.net.
Recalculating route. Estimated arrival time. Never.
For people with nasal congestion, snoring, or sleep apnea, finding a solution feels like a never-ending road trip.
First stop, my primary doctor. Then the pharmacy. Then a sleep specialist. Then an ENT.
What if there was just one destination for all your problems?
Welcome to Advent, your one-stop solution for nasal congestion, snoring, and sleep apnea for over 20 years. Unlike many other practices, we focus exclusively on these conditions, so you get comprehensive care in one location. Over 95% of patients with severe nasal breathing issues report improvement. Plus, most insurance is accepted for our effective 20-minute in-office treatments.
You have arrived at Clear Breathing.
In the old days when people lived to be 40, you only had one option for listening to your favorite show. But now, ooh, baby, radio, podcast, the Fan app, and YouTube, just to name a few, live or on demand. You have no excuses. The Fan. All your favorite Fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Rothman and Ice present Buckeye Bulletin.
Sponsored by Window Nation. Save up to 50% on new windows from windownation.com.
All right, I want to mention this. The Buckeye baseball team is hot. Don't miss the action as they begin play at the Big Ten tournament in Omaha. Opening round action versus Washington comes your way tomorrow night / tonight. What is that?
It's tomorrow night.
All right.
The Bucks play tomorrow.
They didn't update that read for me. It's tomorrow?
It's tomorrow night.
All right.
Late night.
9:55?
Just talked to Justin Hare. He's calling it Bucks After Dark.
So right here on the Fan.
Right here on the Fan. Tune in.
Are they dispatching you to Omaha?
Sadly, no. I've been to Omaha one time. I landed in a snowstorm, and by the time I woke up, there was about 17 inches of snow on the ground. I was there.
You spent a little while there.
I was there for a Xavier versus Creighton basketball game. And it was a fun game.
Who won that game? Do you remember?
I don't remember. I would bet you it was Creighton because it was
a fun game.
No, it was always fun because on the road in the Big East back then, this was back when Xavier got the number one seed in the tournament. And I mean, every week in the Big East was just a battle. Anytime you went on the road, it was crazy.
Do you feel like we will get to 24 in the college football playoff?
You know, I was thinking about this, and it's funny you say that. I need the why. And I almost want to, like, sit down and have, like, a legit, maybe on a program like this with Ross Bjork and have a legit conversation and have him sell me on the 2014 playoff. Because I feel like I'm in the wrong. I feel like at this point, everybody is in on the 2014 playoff, and I'm out.
I'm with you.
There's got to be, I must be missing something. If every conference, because, like, my eyes, I want to say to the Big Ten, like, why do you want more SEC teams to get in the playoff? There's no world where this ends with more Big Ten teams in the playoffs. It's going to be the 5-loss SEC teams. There's going to be 8 of them, and they're all going to say, hey, we had a great schedule. Put us in.
It just means more.
It just means more.
So the word you're looking for, I believe, is expansion. That's what sports has become. How do we expand for what they perceive to be more games that, quote, matter, even though they'd be taking away the conference championship games, which, by the way, according to a lot of fans, they don't feel it anymore. It's kind of like the conference tournaments in college basketball. Some teams need them. They got to play their way in, but most teams don't.
But it's interesting because you say the conference tournament in basketball. Don't you enjoy it though? You don't.
It seems like it's just a conduit to get from the regular season to March Madness, and we have to have something there and to make more money. And like I say, if you win it, I mean, how many are really going to automatically qualify? I mean, we have some that do, and then I don't really get into the post regular season championships in basketball. I don't. They're okay, but everything's weighted to, because we'll get to Sunday of a Big Ten championship and be like, okay, within an hour, we're talking about the bracket.
Yeah, it's over.
In fact, you've covered those where I've covered those with Ohio State where you're not even doing should we do post game on that game? Does it mean anything? Or are we already asking about the road and the bracket?
It's funny you say that because we just had that discussion this year. Just talking about like going to March Madness. And the problem is if you're there or going to the Big Ten tournament, if you're there on Sunday, the team, by the time the press conference is over, none of that sounds matter. None of that sound matters. There we go. And so it's interesting. But if you're Ohio State, why do you want to give 12 other teams the opportunity to come in and maybe upset you or maybe have an extra game where somebody gets hurt?
Let me hit you with this, Adam.
All right, hit me with it.
Well,
real quick. A little role. Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. I was going to say, the real reason why they went to 4 to 12, you know why they did that.
Here comes the money.
Well, yes, but
you added $700 million to annual college sports revenue.
But I can make the argument that the 5th best team in the country could have won a national title. I could make an argument that the 7th best team could win a national title. I can't make an argument.
You know who supports college sports now? Boosters, donors.
Matty Ice.
You want to give them more chances to feel like they can donate to their school. So if you expand, I'm not advocating for this. You asked the question. I'm trying to give you what I think is just a layman's answer. Which is if you're giving lesser schools a chance to get, quote, in the tournament, there are going to be more people that are going to want to donate and be a part of it.
Why does Ohio State want that?
Let me ask you this, because this is what let's role play here a little bit, right?
He's got his cologne on. He can role play.
I'm Adam King.
Okay.
You're Ross Bjork.
Okay.
You've talked to Ross a few times.
A few, yes.
You guys
Ross.
hang out, actually, together.
Okay.
Bruce, and Ross.
All right.
Can you please explain to me, Ross,
okay,
why you guys want to go to the 2014 playoff? What do you think his answer to you would be?
More competitive options and more money to help pay for, his real answer or like do I have to be Ross? Like, are we on camera?
I want you and Ross couple old fashions deep.
Okay. I would say money. Everything in this sport costs money. Yeah. I have to pay for things. I'm now paying $20 million a year Just for a football roster, I've got to pay for a basketball. I'm trying to pay for a renovation at the shoe. I'll take any option for more money.
Ross, do you believe that if we expanded the playoff, that you at Ohio State would be more encouraged to play more difficult games and more interesting non-conference games that would help out the fans?
Ooh. Now, that's interesting. So you think that we're either headed towards A or B. I'm no longer Ross, by the way. I'm Adam. Nice to meet you.
Welcome back.
You think we're either headed to A or B. You think A, we stay at 12 teams, and the Alabama-Ohio State series is gone. The Ohio State-Georgia series is gone. Or B, we go to 24 teams, and Ohio State and Alabama say, well, if we lose that game, it doesn't cost us anymore.
I think the SEC and the Big Ten would back off of more of these games. Because of the perception that's already there with those conferences, that these are the two powerhouse conferences.
Yeah.
So if we take away Texas and Ohio State and we play Ohio State and somebody else, you already respect our conference as it is. Why do I need to make life easy or harder for me outside of the conference? So I actually think, AR, that they would go away from more of those big-time games.
Well, what happens is it works in both ways. It works there's less consequence to losing. But in less consequence to losing, that means there's less consequence
to winning.
Yes.
Nailed it.
Or not to winning, to even having the game.
Yeah, it's true.
Then
you're just playing for funsies, you know?
Well, not completely, but it does water it down. But that's what my hope is. The residual effect of expanding the playoff would be you'd have better games early. You'd have better non-conference games. You'd have bigger games because teams would be more willing to want to play them and risk it because
I just think it's interesting that all these series were scheduled when there was only a 4-team playoff. So I don't know. Whatever happens, we'll love the sport either way. I say it every time change happens and everybody complains.
We'll all be there on Saturday.
We'll all be cheering on Saturday.
It's about
Big Daddy. That is the best Adam Sandler movie.
All right, real quickly, what is the cologne?
It is called Apivita.
Wait, spell that.
Apivita. It's not very expensive. Cedar and cardamom. This is
I
not.
thought you said you only bought stuff that.
This is the one from Greece. The one from Spain is a little, but this is only. It was a Greece brand. I don't know, a Greek brand. I don't know. It smelled good. I bought it. I like it.
All right. Yes, I was trying to get a description of it.
It's cedar and cardamom.
Whether you prefer a light and refreshing fragrance infused with top notes of mandarin, lemon, and rosemary, or a warm masculine blend of woods and spices, each Eau de Toilette is crafted to uplift the senses and celebrate Mediterranean nature at its finest.
Let's hear that again. Can we hear that one more time?
Yeah, what did you pronounce it? Toilet?
Eau de Toilette?
It's toilette.
Toilette.
Eau de Toilette.
Sounds like Beauty and the Beast.
All right, there you go. Mediterranean nature at its finest. Adam King.
That's what they say.
Appreciate you, bud.
Big Daddy, best movie.
You probably could use another spritz. It's starting to wear off. We'll come back top of the hour, and we'll get into a deep dive, and we'll continue with this. Who is in Team 24? More people than you think. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
Catch the latest from the world of Ohio State athletics. Weeknights at 6 on the Buckeye Show. New special guests in everything scarlet and gray. The Fan.
Save big money on everything for your next staining project when you shop at Menards. Transform your deck in one weekend with Cabot Heat Reducing Stain and Sealer. With its cool feel technology, it deflects the sun's heat and reduces surface temperature by 20 degrees, allowing you to enjoy your deck all summer long. Save big money on Cabot premium wood care products. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on menards.com and get your project started today.
Save big money at Menards.
This is possibly the biggest Honda sale in Ohio.
Lindsay Honda's Trade-A-Thon is on. Trade your car, truck, boat, or even motorcycle now. Drive a gas-sipping new 2026 Civic Hatchback Hybrid Sport Touring. A very low $279 a month. Or a new 2026 CRV Hybrid Trail Sport all-wheel drive. Just $369 a month. Do you want more for your trade? See Lindsay Honda now.
Trade-A-Thon puts you in the driver's seat for less.
See lindsayhonda.com for details.
I keep seeing celebrities posts, me in the 90s versus now. Well, the person staring at me in the mirror is definitely not the same person that could pull off bootcut jeans. Time creeps up on us so slowly. You don't see it until suddenly you do. Same thing goes for your bills. $1 here, an uptick there. It's a slow burn until one day you realize the price you're paying now is way higher than when you signed up. But at T-Mobile, customers had the lowest wireless bills versus Verizon and AT&T over the past 5 years. And with T-Mobile on their experience plans, you get a 5-year price guarantee, so you know exactly what your plan price will be for the next 5 years. So at least that's one thing that won't change over time. I can't guarantee you'll still look good with frosted tips, but T-Mobile can give you a clear guarantee on your wireless plan.
Lower bills based on Harris X billing snapshots from Q3 21 to Q4 25 compared to average AT&T and Verizon bills. Comparison excludes discounts, credits, and optional charges. Price guarantee on talk, text, and data. Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. See T-Mobile.com.
Ever wonder where your go-to maintenance person gets the metal products they need to fix yours and everyone else's problems? The best in the business go to Metal Supermarkets for their wide variety of metal products and shapes to tackle projects from simple to complex. Metal Supermarkets is your source for all metals cut to size and ready fast. No minimum order with maximum service. Visit the family-owned franchise on North Wilson Road or at Columbus at metalsupermarkets.com.
Welcome back to What Is That Thing? Today our guest is
Dr. Melvin Parsbrucker. I invented the sump pump.
Ah, the sump pump. I've heard Apex pros talk about those.
Yes, the pros who knows are true experts in sump pumpology.
So, Doctor, what is that thing?
You see, a sump pump is a device designed to pump out sump.
Sump?
For the pump.
You say the pumps?
Sump.
Sump. And what exactly is sump?
It's what gets pumped.
I want to be sure I'm hearing you right. Sump?
Sump.
And that's what gets
pumped. Look, maybe Apex Pros can explain it at your level.
Well, Apex Pros says some pumps are made to keep groundwater from accumulating and flooding your basement, especially this time of year with the big spring rains and the uniquely shallow water table in and around Franklin County. A simple sump pump can protect your home from tens of thousands of dollars in damage.
It's made to sump the pump.
Of course.
No doubt about it. Columbus loves Apex Pros. The pros who knows. ApexPros.com.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Happy anniversary, Mike.
Yep, Chip and his family can be proud. Tire Discounters is officially 50.
I believe the 50th is traditionally called golden.
Like the golden rule?
Ah, yes. Give unto others a free alignment. With any 4-tire purchase, of course.
But I meant do unto others, you know, treating people like you'd want to be treated.
Yet another reason that Tire Discounters has stood the test of time.
So you really thought the golden rule was about free alignment?
Alignment, so crucial.
Hey everybody, it's Berm. Jeremy Birmingham from the Austin and Berm Show on 97.1 The Fan. Memorial Day is this weekend, and that's the real start to summer. It's happening whether the waistband is ready or not. And look, I'm a pro cookout, pro burger, pro hot dog, cold drink, somebody burning chicken and calling it grilled type of guy. That's not the issue. The issue is starting another summer feeling like you're hiding in your own clothes. I've been there, and I didn't love it. Awaken 180 changed that for me. I lost 40 pounds, and I didn't do it by becoming a monk or eating steamed punishment 3 times a day, and I definitely didn't do it by adding another medication. This is all natural and a healthy way to change your life. Awaken 180 gave me the full game plan, a coach for adjustments, and a way to lose weight while still living like a human being. So here's the blunt version. Summer's basically here. The pictures are coming, the cookouts are coming. You can either make the same promise to yourself again, or you can actually do something about it. Enjoy the summer, enjoy yourself. Awaken180weightloss.com can help you get there.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios. Driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon. I'm Ryan Baker. For the first time since 2018, the Cleveland Cavaliers are in the Eastern Conference Finals. They head to New York tomorrow to face the Knicks at 8. The Western Conference Finals getting underway tonight at 8:30. Oklahoma City hosting San Antonio. After taking round 1 of the Ohio Cup this weekend, the Cleveland Guardians head to Detroit to start a series with the Tigers at 6:40. At the same time, the Cincinnati Reds are in Philadelphia battling the Phillies. You can hear that on the Fan 2 beginning at 6:10. At the World Hockey Championships, Denton Matejchuk scored a goal. Jet Greaves gets the win. Canada beats Denmark 5-1. Team USA fell to Finland 6-2. A Game 7 in the NHL playoffs tonight as Buffalo hosts Montreal at 7:30. This one's sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union, voted best credit union for the past 8 years by CBUS Top Picks. BMIFCU.org.
Most shows just skim the surface, but Rothman and Ice feel like the biggest story of the day deserves a closer look. It's time for a deeper dive.
Sponsored by Orthopedic One, Central Ohio's most trusted orthopedic practice. Find a physician or location near you at orthopedic1.com.
All right, final hour of the program. Ian Fitzsimmons, our friend from ESPN at 2:30. In case you just woke up, Aaron Rodgers is a Steeler again. And there was a narrative that has followed him for the last couple of years. And the narrative is, does he wait to see how the Steelers' schedule lays out before he actually decides to do this? Now, I can't imagine that that's the ultimate tiebreaker for a guy like that. If you want to play, you want to play. I can't imagine that he'd be like, well, this short week, this long week, this international game, that's too much for me. I don't want to do it. Or I don't want to talk to the media because we got to do a pregame for the big games or Monday night or Thursday night. Now, I'm probably being a little naive. What I'm saying is I'm not denying that stuff may not interest him or even bother him at some points. What I'm saying is I don't think it would be a tiebreaker. I can't imagine that the schedule would be so unfriendly to him that he would say, you know what, I was really thinking about it, and now I'm not. Yeah. But that narrative is out there again. They do play Cleveland on a Thursday night, and then no big deal. They'll get 10 days off till he has to play at home against Indy in Week 5. The first 3 games are 1:00-ers. He does have the international game. Where is your international game against the Saints again?
Paris?
Is it in Paris?
I think.
London, Paris, Rome, or Stade. Singularly unique.
Stuttgart.
Tells time simultaneously, Maddie, in London, Paris, Rome, and Stade.
Yes, that is
Philadelphia, it's worth $50.
That is the NFL Paris game.
All right, so that's that. They don't get a bye after springtime and fall in Paris.
Tell the folks what they get.
He comes back to Cleveland for this. The Brownies. Oops. So he comes back from Paris to play Cleveland. Then he takes his bye week.
It's interesting. They're getting a lot of their divisional matchups out of the way.
They come out of the bye week and they go to Cincinnati for a Sunday nighter. He has 2 weeks after Cleveland to take on the Bengals. Pretty good schedule. They play the Black Friday game against Denver. He'll be on the road the week before at Philly. So he's not even leaving the time zone. But it is only a 5-day break between at Philly and Denver at home. Then he'll get an extra 2 days to prepare for another home game, a night game on NBC, a Sunday nighter against Houston. He follows that up with a little extra time for a Monday nighter on the road at Jacksonville. So if this was a problem, then he wouldn't have signed. Clearly it's not.
And if you knew this, and if this were true, if this were a hurdle for him to come back, and if you knew this along the way and you're Pittsburgh and you still brought him back, that to me is an issue. Like if they had this information from him, like, hey, you know, his agent says he wants to wait and see, you know, what time the games are, how much travel is going to be involved, then I would have been like, you know what, we're good. I just don't think that's the case. I think of anything that could have brought him pause this offseason before recommitting to Pittsburgh, I think it was their free agency. I think it's what they did in the draft, who the coach was going to be, like all the stuff that they've had to work through to get to this point. I think those, for me, AR, stack up higher than the schedule and the time and the places some of these games were going to be played for him.
Yeah,
I can understand wanting to sit back and say, well, what weapons am I going to have to throw to outside of DK Metcalf? Well, now he knows it's Michael Pittman and some other guys. And then also, if it's not Mike Tomlin, who's it going to be? Am I going to be comfortable with that guy? He definitely is with Mike McCarthy. And so those things to me, if I which clearly I'm not, Aaron Rodgers, I would look around and say, those are the boxes I would want to see checked. They checked those boxes, and now they're handing him a contract that's worth up to $25 million, which is, what, $10 to $12 million more than what he made last year, somewhere in that ballpark. And so both parties needed each other. They needed each other. You and I have talked about this a lot. It would have been okay for us to look at Pittsburgh and say, hey, we're going to take a year off. They would never say that, but their actions would have told us that if they wouldn't have brought back Aaron Rodgers with the quarterback room that they have on paper. But they're hitting the gas a little bit, coming off a season where they won the division. And in-house, they probably feel like we got a competent head coach, we got a good enough quarterback, and a core group of veterans that are going to keep us in the mix.
You mentioned all the great football arguments. And if you're him, that's what you're deciding. How badly do I want to play still? How much do I have the competitive juices to want to play? Because he doesn't need the money. And this contract really isn't about the money. It's 1 year. It's better money, but it's not money that's going to do anything to change him. So he has to first ask himself, am I healthy enough to compete? Do I want to go out there and risk my health because I still want to play this game at the highest level? And he answered that yes. Then he can go to, am I being compensated enough that I feel that matches my skill set at this point in my career? Check the box, number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, exactly what you said. Can we win? I'm not coming back to get my ass buried in the ground. Like, that's not happening. All right? We're going to check that box. I think the other one you may have mentioned might even be a little more important. I might rank that a hair higher, but it probably goes into who's coaching the team. Yep. I wanted to go to Pittsburgh to play for Mike Tomlin. He's not there anymore. Mike McCarthy and I went through some stuff in Green Bay. It's water under the bridge. I still feel like at the end of the day, he's a coach that I can win with.
Yep, we've had success together.
He's a coach I can that will listen to me, and that we can do something together. And so he really has checked all the boxes. If the last one, that's why I think the narrative is so false. Not that he enjoys doing pregame media for major games and network, the one-offs, the Thursday nighters, the Monday nighters, or I've got to meet with reporters for I'm not saying he loves that. I'm just saying that wouldn't be the one where if he checked all those boxes, he'd say, all right, and the schedule's just, I don't want to do it. I just don't see it. So
let me ask you this. Is it a slam dunk that the Bengals have the best head coach quarterback combination in the division right now? Is it a no doubt, we don't even need to talk about it type of thing? Or in your mind, is it a little different? You got Minter and Jackson in Baltimore, McCarthy and Rodgers in Pittsburgh, and Monken and Watson/Shador in Cleveland. Is it a no doubt in your mind that the Bengals have the best quarterback head coach combination in the division right now?
Well, everyone's mind's going to go to the same thing. Who are the quarterbacks? And such an overwhelming, not your team, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Yours is close.
It's just with Minter, we have no clue.
You don't really know about Monken either.
No clue.
Or well, you know about Zach, but I don't know. I feel like
I guess what it comes down to,
I wouldn't swap anybody that would make any sense. You know what I mean by that? Like, I wouldn't say
right, because nobody's taking Rodgers over Burrow. So I guess the conversation goes to, do you feel strongly enough in either direction about McCarthy or Zach Taylor?
This is the question. If you could pick up all the coaches in the division and reapply them anywhere you want, would it really matter? If I took Mike McCarthy and put him in Cincinnati, does it matter?
There's something about, and I'm biased, but Jesse Minter in Cincinnati would move me. A no doubt defensive-minded head coach. He's going to call the plays with that offense and the trust I have in those guys. That combination, I think, would be pretty darn good on paper right now. But I think it's Cincinnati still. But I think Mike and Aaron Rodgers are second right now for me.
You have more of an established head coach.
Correct.
He's got experience. Doesn't make the experience great.
I mean, Zach's been to a Super Bowl. He's been there.
No. The thing about McCarthy is this. Listen, he's had good teams. He's had very good quarterbacks. Mm-hmm. He's botched a lot. Like, you see it in game management. Yeah. It does not move me.
Some of the Dallas stuff was tough.
He's the guy that, yes, has been at the top of the mountain. But he's probably the narrative, and I think it's fairly true, is that he was one of those coaches that's good enough, that's had great players, that has been able to win. But I don't think anyone's saying that you give him 2 weeks to prepare for a game, he's the difference. I just don't.
Who would you feel better about in their preparation, McCarthy or Zach Taylor? Right now, that 2 weeks that you're talking about.
It's a toss-up. I probably would err on McCarthy just on longevity and experience. I don't think it's not it's not a landslide, right? I mean,
no, that question popped up in my brain, and I think right now I would lean, as far as quarterback head coach combinations in the division, Taylor Burrow, McCarthy, Rodgers, Mentor Jackson, Monken, and whatever he's going to roll out at the moment.
I mean, yes, I probably have to lean that way. I was close to saying the Browns, but I just can't. I mean, I was leaning into, well, what if Deshaun, like what
You're
if?
warming up to the Browns. Something is in the air for you right now with Cleveland. Something's in the air.
No.
Pre-schedule, you were warmed up to them.
The Eau de Toilette.
Post-schedule.
Something's still in the air in here.
That Adam King cologne.
No, it's just I'm trying to get them to 6 wins. And no one seems to be joining me, and it's scaring me. And I don't know why. Like 6.
Fade the public, AR.
That's what 6. Come on.
Bet it. You bet it yet?
Well, I bet it with Adam.
No, like literally.
Well, they're over under 6.5. So
you're
yeah. So I'd have to get to 7 to bet that.
Right.
All right, we're going to come back, and I guess there's a player that has a Stephen A. problem. We'll tell you about that next. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
The only workplace in America to participate in the Doorknob Fart Game. And we also play office basketball and sometimes do radio. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Columbus drivers, there's a new Ford service team in town, and we're ready to earn your business. At the Capital Ford of Columbus Service Department, we believe service should be easy. That's why we can come to you. Need an oil change, battery, recall, or routine maintenance? Our mobile service team brings a certified Ford service technician right to your home or workplace. No waiting rooms, no wasted time. And when you do visit us, you'll see what makes a new dealership different. We work harder to show we care. Call or schedule online today with Capital Ford in Whitehall. 614-300-6657.
Grilling season starts now at Billiards Plus. Shop top-of-the-line grills and turn every cookout into a win. Then bring the fun inside with pool tables, shuffleboard, and more. Everything for the ultimate game room. Billiards Plus. Grills, games, and good times. Online or on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day. My AC stopped working. Your competition says it's fried. When I saw their cost to replace it, I could have just died. We can give a second opinion, give you options and advice. We'll strive to earn your trust and make you a client for life.
Get a free second opinion. Replace or repair.
Call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
Fall is a season of change, and Hinderer Motor Company is turning over a new leaf with big savings. This is Justin Hinderer. Right now, any one of our participating locations is paying up to $3,500 over Kelley Blue Book value. That's right. Drive in your current vehicle and leave with one of ours today. Don't wait. The leaves are falling and so are the prices. At Hinderer Motor Company, we love what moves you.
Planning to buy a home in 2026? Not sure where to start? The Ohio Housing Finance Agency can help. With a step-by-step homebuyer's guide and financial tools, the Ohio Housing Finance Agency can make homeownership part of your future. Eligible homebuyers may qualify for down payment assistance and reduced mortgage interest rates. To see if you qualify and to find a mortgage lender, visit myohiohome.org.
Hey, I'm Pick.
And I'm Paul.
My partner here is making his first do-it-yourself fix-your-own-car video.
How do I look?
Like you need a shave.
I'm serious.
Go!
Hey, this Friday through Monday during Dollar Days at Pick and Pull, every part you pick and pull from the yard is 50% off.
You're such a DIYer and social influencer.
From doors to fenders, every part is half off.
Yeah.
Seats are just $15. Doors are $25. Floor mats are just $1.
Are you posing?
Yeah, influencers pose.
This Friday through Monday, fix your car yourself and save 50% off any part during Dollar Days at Pick and Pull.
For over 78 years, our family's been part of your love stories. At Diamond Seller, we offer bigger diamonds, better prices, and timeless designs for every chapter of your life. From your first yes to your forever I do, trust the jeweler who knows diamonds best. Visit Diamond Seller today.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, commercial properties. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Hey there,
there, I'm Brad. I'm about to win the Tuesday Night Bowling League Championship. I'm also a highway worker for the Ohio Department of Transportation. When you move over and slow down, you're not only giving me room to work, you're making sure I can bowl the winning strike with my buddies.
Roadside workers have lives and families, but when they're on the job, they put it all on the line to protect and serve us. Remember, they're not just roadside workers. Thank you for moving over and slowing down.
Brought to you by ODOT, USDOT, NHTSA, and ODPS.
The Fan is headed to the Memorial. Are you ready for 30 hours of live coverage? Oh, it's true, baby.
Sponsored by The Waterworks and Header Plumbing, Drain, Heating, and Cooling. TheWaterworks.com.
The best Memorial coverage, The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Plenty of sunshine today, and it will be breezy, humid, and warm with highs again into the upper 80s to low 90s in some spots. For tonight, mostly cloudy overnight with our lows down into the 70s, and we'll still see those breezy winds, which will persist into your Tuesday. Mostly sunny to start and breezy with chances of showers and storms developing in the afternoon and evening. Highs will be in the upper 80s. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfolo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
Catch T-Bone and Tyvus weekday mornings from 6 to 9. If you're not completely satisfied, we'll rewind time and erase your brain. For real, The Fan. Rothman and Ice present Pre-Snap Reads.
Sponsored by Dr. Mark Levy. If you're snoring and not sleeping, call Dr. Mark Levy today at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP.
This seems somewhat ridiculous, but Jaylen Brown, the Celtics guard, and Stephen A. Smith continuing their war of words. They've been exchanging stuff like this online for years now. There was a temporary truce when the Celtics had their 2024 title run. Brown was the MVP, but that's in the past.
So recently, when Boston took out Philly and that series went to 7, after that,
Philly took out Boston.
Yes, thank you. Philly took out Boston. Jaylen Brown, he went online, went on Twitter and some of his other social media outlets and kind of blamed the NBA's rest for targeting him. And then remember, he called out Joel Embiid for flopping and all of that. The next morning, I believe, Stephen A. Smith on his show on ESPN First Take called out Jaylen Brown for those comments and told Jaylen Brown that he needs to be quiet unless he's going to try to force a trade, which I don't really understand that.
Yeah, the other big thing he said is that Tatum came on First Take before, but not on the stream. Okay, yeah.
There you go. Kendrick Perkins just pointed out that Jason Tatum hasn't appeared on Jaylen Brown's program. You know where Jason Tatum was? Right here on First Take. Jason Tatum. So in other words, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum showed up on First Take before he showed up on your damn show. How? You think nobody notices that hasn't happened? You're saying it's the year that Jason Tatum was down with an Achilles tear is your favorite year? Yeah. The year that Jason Tatum had to sit out this closeout Game 7 because of the injury he incurred in Game 6, that's your favorite year? The year that you lose 3-1, of all the stars in the history of the Boston Celtics, you the only one because you were driving a bus. Ain't nobody pointing to Jason Tatum. He was sitting. Right. He was sitting. He was in street clothes. You the only one. The only star in the history of the Boston Celtics that ever lost a 3-1 lead and surrendered it, and that's your favorite year.
It's interesting, right?
He responded, though. Brown did.
He has on his Twitch stream, which I believe TLC has ready to go. Yep.
Stephen A, Stephen B, Stephen C. Like, my offer still stands. You want me to be quiet and stop streaming? Well, I want you to be quiet and get off these networks because you're not using your platform to do real journalism. What type of journalism is this? Jason Tatum hasn't been on my stream, and this is what we're talking about on First Take. What if JT just don't like being somewhere in an uncontrolled environment? Why are you doing journalism on me having guests on my stream? But he's creating a narrative saying that the reason why I'm saying that I had my favorite season is because selfishly I had a best performing year. Not the fact that we outproved expectations, not the fact that everybody expected us to be nothing and we had to fight and we showed up and we competed every single day and we had to fight for every victory. Not the joy of watching our teammates grow or not the joy of watching guys who are unproven start to solidify themselves as well through leadership, through chemistry. Like, he maybe now doesn't understand that because maybe he's never had to fight for nothing in his life. Maybe anytime adversity is hit, he's rolled over. He may not understand that concept, and that's why he's pushing his narrative.
You know what? Stephen A's a crafty veteran, and maybe in his mind, he was trying to do that. Add a little fuel to the flame that's been there since these two guys got to Boston. Whose team is it? Who's the face of the Celtics? And Stephen A knows that because he's talked about it for years and years. And so if there have been some things behind the scenes and publicly, as we know now, between these two guys, what Stephen A can do is he can stir that up and frame what he said and make it seem like in the minds of some, oh, Jaylen Brown's a selfish guy. He doesn't want Jason Tatum around. He didn't invite him on his podcast. Why is that happening? Do those guys not get along? And he knew that that would ruffle the feathers of Jaylen Brown, and that's the response that we just heard, blank Stephen A, B, and C, all of them.
So there's a couple different things here. One is that Stephen A is very much a part of the clickbait media now. This whole thing about not doing journalism, he doesn't care. He's not covering teams. He's a talk show host.
He's made millions and millions of dollars playing this game.
But he's doing opinion, and I'm not faulting for it. He's doing opinion-based stuff. He's not giving you facts. He's giving you opinion. So Jaylen Brown's already confusing the fact that he has a job where he has because it's journalistically in the integrity. It's not. No one's holding up the big J for journalism. Not on that show. It's about opinion, and that's why people are tuning in. The other part about it is that the fact that Stephen A has that kind of a show has created a lot of these streaming in the first place and everything else that's attached to it. So Brown is kind of trying to control media narratives. That's why these guys host their own pods and do so they can control it.
Which they have every right to do.
They do. But Twitch is probably not that. It's clips. It's the content ends up being taken out of context anyway. So it's defeating the purpose of this long-form narrative that Jaylen Brown feels he's a part of right now because thousands of these viewers, it's not achieving that. So I don't really know. Nobody likes to have somebody say bad things about them or make them look bad in the public eye, and he feels like Stephen A is doing that on a very large platform. And so regardless, it just sounds like Brown's not stopping the stream anytime soon, right? He'll continue to use
making a whole bunch of money off of it, too.
Yeah. But this whole you're not doing real journalism, that ship sailed a long time ago.
Yeah, it has. Yeah. I can understand from players' perspectives, though, looking at some of these guys in the national media was how they go about their business and questioning that or not respecting that even, right? Because guys like Stephen A and Skip and some of these guys we've been watching for 2+ decades now, you hear some of their stuff and you're just like, what is that even rooted in? How did you even get there? Like, to your point about clickbaity stuff, Skip Bayless comes back, last Friday or the Friday before? And one of the headlines coming out of the show is his ranking of LeBron being 9th overall. Yeah. They know what they're doing.
Think he brought him back for journalism?
They know what they're doing. But from the player's perspective, I can understand how that ticks you off.
Of course.
I can, because he's not telling, in your mind as the player, the real truth. Everything that's really going on. And then you play these petty games and throwing out bait to people about Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum's dynamic, and that's only going to add to all of this. So
I will give one warning, though. And this is not me taking Stephen A's side in this, so I hope it doesn't sound like it, but I will give this warning to the athletes who want to get into some sort of media as an attempt to correct the record on what they viewed as poorly performed media. When you get into the content creation industry, eventually if you talk enough, eventually you are going to talk yourself into a topic that you are far less than an expert on, and then you are inevitably going to complete the cycle by becoming the person who's opining on things that you don't know anything about, which is exactly why you got into media, to correct that, but you just became that. Yeah. It's kind of just inevitable.
I hear what you're saying. Yeah.
Jaylen Brown will at some point run himself into a topic where he's given opinions that everybody thinks are goofy because it's like, what are you talking about? It's like, that's kind of just how this goes.
Yeah, because he'll be paid, or he'll want people are listening for your opinion. not the stuff you're talking about, where he's sourced facts and all that, and he's formulating his opinion off of that. It's just your opinion. You're a star in the league. You're making $60 million a year. You're making more than the top quarterbacks. This comes with it. You will get critiqued and criticized and have the biggest blowtorch in the business, Stephen A., ruffling your feathers a little bit.
For sure. It just doesn't give him the right to do and say whatever he wants. And I think that's where the players are coming from, is that angle, that just because you have that platform and just because you've put in this amount of work and done these things in the business doesn't mean that you shouldn't be relaying the truth to the fans.
And I don't think that's necessarily Stephen A's job, because he is giving his opinion. But Jaylen Brown's trying to hold him to a higher standard that may or may not exist.
And these guys are confronting him. I mean, we had the LeBron situation in person this year when he saw Stephen A. and now this from Jaylen Brown.
We come back with our friend Ian Fitzsimmons in 2 minutes, and we'll get his opinion on the topic we were talking about earlier, which is who wants 24 teams in a playoff and why it could be good. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And you can clip and save more with digital coupons in the Kroger app. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. So it's always easy to save big. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
You can save big on USDA Choice boneless chuck roasts. They're on sale now for just $6.99 a pound with your digital coupon. Limit 5. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
All right, if you're planning that summer road trip, before you load up and hit the highway, make sure your vehicle is ready for that journey. At your main Honda of Dublin, you can count on same-day service to get you road trip ready. From oil changes to inspections, it's quick, easy, and done right. So you can drive with confidence wherever the summer takes you. No stress, no delays, just smooth sailing. Stop by Germain Honda of Dublin, just south of 270 on Sawmill Road, or schedule your service anytime at germainhondaofdublin.com.
Delaware County Veterans Services is ready to help you access VA benefits, emergency financial assistance, dental and medical grants, transportation, and more. Give Delaware County Veterans Services a call, 740-833-2010 to schedule an appointment.
My name is DeMar Hamlin. I play for the Buffalo Bills, and I play safety. CPR saved my life. I've teamed up with the American Heart Association as a national ambassador to help create a nation of lifesavers, turning bystanders into lifesavers through CPR education and access to AEDs. Nearly 3 out of 4 cardiac arrests that don't happen in hospitals happen in homes. Join me to ensure everyone has the chance to live longer, healthier lives. Visit heart.org/nation.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
The best teams don't always win titles. Sounds like AR and Maddie bragging about their fantasy teams.
Hey, that's cheating.
This is Rothman and Ice.
All right, he's a Rush chairman, and he's damn glad to meet you. He's our boy Ian Fitzsimmons. He's done with father-mom weekends and hosting derby parties, and maybe gets a little time to himself every now and then. How was the weekend, my man?
I had to travel to Birmingham, Alabama to give a talk. So it was no rest for the weary, AR. There you go, man.
Wait, what did you do in Birmingham?
I had to go give a talk on leadership, of all things. Yes.
A TED Talk.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
So describe
I didn't know dude, the brass that was in this room, I didn't know, man. Like one of the heads of Coca-Cola. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Really? I mean, was I had no idea. I had no clue.
Wait, paint the scenario for me. Are you up on a stage with other people? Is this just you working the stage?
It's just me. It's for a remarkable restaurant chain now called Taco Mama. There's now, I think, 32 of them in the country, and just growing. Which, by the way, goes to another one, because the founders, Will and Lee Haver of Taco Mama, asked me to be an investor and chalk it up with Chili's and Under Armour, where my wife and I went, no, it won't work. And now there's 32 of the damn things, right? So there you go. If you have a great business idea and you're looking for anyone to bounce it off of, come to me. If we say no, you're going to be a damn billionaire. Not a millionaire.
You can't.
A billionaire.
You cannot steal that from me. I am the original. I am the original cooler. No. And listen, my job that I dream of is to get some. I don't know, some big hotel in Vegas to hire me. They've got some high rollers and they need to cool them off. And they need to just let me wander over and start talking to them. I am the original cooler. Believe that.
Okay. I'm not going to deny that, right? And here you are talking to me middays right now, right? And Dalton is living life somewhere with, what was her name? Kelly Lynch.
That's right.
So there you
jumping
go.
in that pond at the end.
Oh, Lord.
I'm telling you.
No. The best is Bill Murray telling the story about he would call Kelly Lynch's husband at 2 a.m. because Roadhouse was on, and there's kids listening right now. There's a great movie with a certain scene with a beautiful blonde, Roadhouse, with Patrick Swayze. There you go. That's all I'm going to give you. Go knock yourselves out. And Bill Murray would call one of his best friends, who happened to be Kelly Lynch's husband, going, "Guy, I hate to tell you this, but I turned the TV on again. It's 1:30 in the morning on TBS.
It's Swayze and your wife.
That son of a B is giving it to your wife again against that damn brick wall."
This is Hey, listen, to be friends
you want to
with...
be the cooler.
Yeah,
there you go. You want to be the cooler.
Yeah, I might be willing to take that if I was friends with Bill Murray. That might be enough. That might be a price I'd be willing to pay. Well, congrats on that. I think that's incredibly what a great honor that is. And
dude, I didn't know, but I didn't know some of the brass that was going to be in there, and I'm glad I didn't, because man, it would have been like a sweat factor, like you could not believe. And I'm glad I actually wore a suit, because I'm just going to my buddy Will and Lee Haber's event, and they want me to give a talk on a common denominator that I get from coaches when it comes to leadership amongst players, because all his restaurants are all player led. So. That's what I did, and I guess I didn't screw it up, because they actually took me to dinner that night. So there you go.
That's cool. Fitzy, we wanted to get your take, and I was out last weekend, so forgive me. I don't know if you guys talked about this or not, about the 24 team.
No, I missed you, Matt, last week, because freaking Bobby Carpenter was in, and next thing you know, I've known Bobby C for since what, 02? Yeah, 01.
Right. 02.
Yeah, I'm fessing up to how I'm looking at some of my wives, not my wives, my daughter's friends, like, okay, hold on a minute. What's going on here? Right. Yeah. So, Matt, I missed you last week, and I'm mad at you for missing last week, but go ahead.
No, I want to get your feel on this expansion talk that's out there, man. We got SportsCenter on up in the studio right now. They're talking about the idea of the Big Ten's proposal about going to 24 teams and how the SEC maybe is supporting 16. Like, where are you at with this? What do you think's the better option between 16 and 24, I guess?
I'm all about having more games on campus, and meaning interconference matchups. That's number one. We need more of that. Number two, when it comes to 16 or 24, I'm good with 16. 24 to me is too many. Even if you're getting more games on campus, what are you doing the regular season? Now we're backing it up to what? The third week in August for the start of the season, or the last week in August, that was week 0, right? So we go to that's week 1 now. And then Army Navy has to stand alone. I'm sorry. That's just me and the Air Force Academy alums. I apologize. But, hey, man, our executive director right now, the CFP, happens to be an Air Force alum also, and he agrees with all of that. So I think 24 is too many. I think now we're giving out damn participation medals, because there's not 24 teams that go win a national title. This is about coaches and ADs getting bonuses and rewarding teams just for being 8-4, 9-3. I mean, what are we doing, man? I mean, I know we're expanding the regular season also. So, all right, so at 9-4, now you're getting a shot at going into the college football playoff. There aren't 24 teams that can win it all. There aren't. There might be 8, 9. That's it. And so I'm good with 16 and giving some, participatory little, hey, congratulations, you had a nice little run. go get your ass whipped, by Ohio State or whomever else, and then go off into the sunset.
Listen, I'm not saying there wouldn't be upsets. There would be. Not a ton, but there would be. But I agree with you. There's no such thing as a true Cinderella in college football that could go all the way. You know what the Cinderella is?
Or college basketball, AR, or college basketball, man, because of the portal.
Yeah, that's true, too. Yeah. The Cinderella in this sport is a team that either has injuries or lost some games they shouldn't have lost or didn't find themselves until week 10 instead of week 4, and they have a chance to circle the wagons and come back and try to win it all. And
you just described?
Who's that?
Ohio State.
Oh, the year they did when they lost? Yeah, the year they...
You're damn right.
Yeah.
And I had the privilege of being embedded with that team throughout that entire, remarkable run. Nobody expected them. After Will Howard gets, a lot of people don't remember, man, he got rocked early in that game against a team from up north, right?
Yeah.
And was not the same. It took him a full week and a half just to try and get back, still getting toward all shots, right? And then he finally got healthy again, and damn, man, did he shine. So that's a team you're talking about.
Yeah, that's a 2-loss team.
But that's a 2-loss team, not a 4-loss team. I mean, what we're doing here is a money grab, and that's it. There's no other way to describe it. It's more money for conferences, and it's more money for coaches and ADs. And look, my brother's a coach. I get it. I mean, I want them to get everything they possibly can, but
they get rid of the conference championship games, though, right?
Well, they need to. And you saw Greg Byrne. I was with Greg Byrne not long ago. No, not at this event this past weekend. But I did talk to him about that very thing, and he's adamant about it. And remember, the SEC was the first to bring in, it was the late, great Roy Kramer as their conference commissioner. He was the first to bring in a conference title game. Now you have ADs in that same conference saying, you know what? Can't do it anymore because you're not rewarded enough for playing in it. You're punished more if you lose it, and you shouldn't.
Fitzy, real quick, you're down there in Texas. Vibe check on the Longhorns, like the all-season chatter around Arch and Sark and the confidence in those guys. Because look, we know what we're getting between those two teams. It's going to be a banger of a game with Ohio State and Texas down there. But the all-season chatter, what you're hearing down there in that state at the moment, where is that at?
They are loaded. And when I say loaded, I mean you go get the best wide receiver on the market, right? In Cam out of Auburn, to go be paired with the most improved quarterback in all college football. Go back to week 1 when you guys saw him there in Columbus, right? To the last game he played in the regular season. Arch Manning grew up. And grew up big. It was his first year as a starter, right? I mean,
he wasn't as bad in that game as people made. He just was hyped to be his uncle, and that was the problem.
But look, man, I mean, he got better. And when I had him against Vandy, that's a 10-win Vandy team, my gosh, man, was he impressive. So it's a lot of talk. The O-line is so much better. The D-line is better. The wide receiving core is better. Texas is a legit national title contender, and it'll be a very interesting test early in the year between those Buckeyes and those Longhorns, and I can't wait to watch it. Of course, I've already been assigned. It looks like I'm going to Clemson LSU. Imagine that, right? Lane Kiffin's first game, and I get assigned that one. There you go.
My man, you're the best. I want you to continue to be nice until it's time to not be nice.
Not be nice. Well done.
How will we know that? You won't. I'll tell you.
You won't. I'll tell you.
See you, brother.
You are the bouncers. I am
the cooler. That's
there you
right.
Go.
Well done. See you,
had
pal.
A career in front of you, AR.
I know.
There you go.
See you, pal. He's the best. Our friend Ian Fitzsimmons on the Brian Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. We come back with Tell the Truth. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
Big voice guy here to remind you that you're listening to the Fan, Ohio sports destination. Okay, thanks. I have 3 more seconds. Bye-bye.
Get eco.
ECO.
Memorial Day is coming.
Yes, it's a day we honor and mourn all the military personnel who died while serving our country.
Yeah, Memorial Day is definitely mostly about that.
Jerry, I've never heard of anything else we're supposed to remember on Memorial Day.
I'm not saying we're supposed to, but there is one other thing I always remember on Memorial Day.
Really?
Get Eco.
ECO.
I always remember to get my AC serviced because air conditioner season starts right after Memorial Day.
And you bring this up because?
I've invented a new offer, and I think people will like it.
Okay, tell me.
For just $99, we go to people's houses and wash the outside coils properly. It makes a huge difference.
And we'll test the whole system to make sure that nothing went bad during the winter when it wasn't being used.
Can we do that for just $99?
I've decided we're going to just do it for $89.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Positive thinking plumbers, electrifying electricians, and $89 HVAC technicians.
Have a great Memorial Day.
GetEco.com.
Hey, it's Common Man. Everybody's talking about affordability these days, but the good news is you'll find hundreds of vehicles that fit your budget at GoGermain.com. Drive home in a new sedan starting at just $139 a month. New SUVs from only $189 a month, or a truck for as low as $329. Plus, choose from over 1,700 new and pre-owned vehicles, all priced under $30K, and it's only at GoGermain.com. And with their $1,000 price promise, no one's going to sell you a car for less. Go see my friends today. GoGermain.com.
When you saw your heating bills this winter, did you think this is out of control? The problem is your house is leaking money, and the only thing higher than your heating bills are your cooling bills. Steve here from USA Insulation. Let us fix your energy bill problem for good. If you aren't foam insulated, you really aren't insulated. For $99 a month, interest-free, we'll foam your home and help cut those energy bills. 529-2440 or USAinsulation.net.
USA Insulation.
Hey, I'm Pick.
And I'm Paul.
My partner here is making his first do-it-yourself fix-your-own-car video.
How do I look?
Like you need a shave.
I'm serious.
Go!
Hey, this Friday through Monday during Dollar Days at Pick and Pull, every part you pick and pull from the yard is 50% off.
You're such a DIYer and social influencer.
From doors to fenders, every part is half off.
Yeah.
Seats are just $15. Doors are $25. Floor mats are just $1.
Are you posing?
Yeah, influencers pose.
This Friday through Monday, fix your car yourself and save 50% off any part during Dollar Days at Pick and Pull.
No way. Gas prices shot up again.
I know, but I got us covered.
So generous. What's your deal?
What's my deal? I went to Metro and saved. Got 4 lines for just $25 each and 4 free new Samsung Galaxy A17 5G phones, and all on the T-Mobile network.
Ah, how about we go to Metro today?
Get that more for your money feeling. Visit your Metro by T-Mobile store. Just bring your numbers. Net available if you've been with Metro or T-Mobile in the past 180 days.
Hi, I'm Patty, founder of Awesome Tex. I started with a big idea to give old clothes a new life by turning them into recycled fibers and threads. Everyone told me that this was going to be impossible, but Chase for Business believed in me. They gave me a lot of guidance from the beginning.
Get financial guidance from bankers in the Columbus community and convenient digital tools all in one place. Learn more at chaseforbusiness.com. Make more of what's yours. Real customers compensated. JP Morgan Chase Bank, and a member FDIC.
Join T-Bone and Tyvis mornings on The Fan for football, food, and fun, featuring T-Bone.
Now, when you were talking about the football stuff, I was listening, but when you said Waffle House, I leaned forward in my chair.
And national champ Tyvis Powell.
I was staring myself in the mirror for a good 10 minutes today looking at it.
Where they solve all the world's complex problems.
We're not putting the toothpaste back in the toothpaste container.
Sponsored by Capital Ford of Columbus.
Football, food, and fun with T-Bone and Tyvis. Weekday mornings from 6 to 9 on The Fan. Think you know Buckeye football? These two say, hold my beer. The Beat with Austin and Byrne.
Sponsored by The Waterworks.
Daily on The Fan's YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. Your home of the Buckeyes, The Fan.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Patriot Air Comfort Systems and Bryant. Doing whatever it takes to keep your home comfortable. The Fan.
Tell the truth with Rothman and Ice.
Sponsored by McDaniel GM Superstore. Driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
All right, TLC, take us home. You want dinger draft or... Before we get to that, though, I did want to update something for you guys.
What do you got?
This may or may not be accurate, but there are 19 flavors of combos.
So the over just...
You're over of 8.5.
Gets smashed.
I mean...
You said 19?
19.
I think I've only ever seen pepperoni, the original...
The cheese.
Yeah, I was going to say like just a straight-up cheese combo.
Is there
they have found a way.
Other than that, rip off some of the flavors if you got them in front of you. What's jumping out to you?
Cheeseburger.
Okay.
Garlic parmesan.
That sounds good.
Ranch. Okay. Cheddar cheese bacon. Honey mustard. Honey sriracha. 7-layer dip. Buffalo blue cheese. Pizza. Do you like that one?
That's the one.
Nacho cheese, jalapeno cheddar, salty caramel.
Oh, I'm actually really interested by that one.
Chocolate fudge.
Like a little sweet, salty treat going. Savory and
Salty
sweet
vanilla frosting. Zesty salsa.
But that caramel one you ripped off, what was that one again?
That was the salty caramel cream pretzel.
Yeah, that sounds really good. Really good. Really good. Okay, I didn't know they were deep in their bag over there at Combos. Shout out to them.
The problem with Combos is they got like 3 serving sizes in one bag, though.
You're one of the. I mean, very few people look at that. The serving size.
I know, that's why they get you. Then you eat a ton and it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
So like 8 of them equal like a serving size or maybe less even. And how many come in a bag? You think? That's like guessing the gumballs.
I was never good at that,
like,
by the way.
What do you think, TLC? How many combos in a bag? Here's the good news about the combo, and I just realized this. They have it over chips because chips, you grab a bag of chips now, it's like feels like all air.
Yeah.
And especially the healthy ones, right? Because they're thinner and lighter, and some of them are broken, and all that. The combo, you're getting what you pay for. Like,
I was wrong. It's 6 servings per container.
How many do you think are in a bag?
55.
Oh my!
So I gotta.
So it's almost like if I ate a whole bag, it'd be like eating what? How many servings?
I don't.
He says he's bad at it, but he was 1 off. It's 54.
Is it really?
Swear, I didn't know that. Okay.
It says 9 pieces, and there are 6 servings per container. 6 times 9 is 54.
So if I eat one bag, how many servings is that?
6.
All right. Is there a plan for tonight?
720 calories.
Dinner for tonight?
This is road trip.
I think.
Okay. It's a good call.
It's honestly, when he asked, I didn't even hesitate.
780, my bad.
Yeah. So they're made by Mars.
Hey, if you're out golfing, then you're walking them off as you go.
Or for your travel snack, if I offered you the combo flavor of your liking or choosing, or a bag of peanut butter filled pretzels.
Oh.
Which one would you roll
probably
with?
doing that.
The peanut butter filled pretzel. Okay, because I knew you liked those too.
Love those.
Okay. So in the pretzel war here, if you will.
The combo can be a little bit heavy eating a lot of them. Not like heavy as in, what's wrong with the gravitational pull? It's that word heavy again. Is there a problem with the gravitational pull on Earth?
Spaceballs.
No, I thought you'd get that one.
Space Jam.
Just that word, heavy again. Back to the Future. I feel like the flavor can get a little much if you're eating 50 of them. Whereas I could eat 50 of the peanut butter stuffed pretzels and just feel full.
And you love peanut butter. You're a big peanut butter
not
guy.
Feel like the combo flavor can be just a little much.
Okay.
Yeah. Take us home.
Interessante.
Did you do a Dinger draft update?
I have one right here.
Read him and weep.
His team for sure is still in first. I'm interested.
Yes, but not for sure because you are 1 homer off.
Oh.
So I'm in the lead at 46. Still waiting for Vinny Pasquantino to figure it out. Married to a Dublin girl, so, maybe someone's listening and can get in his ear and tell him to
Is that
get
why
the
you
bat
picked
figured
him?
out. That was the tiebreaker. I was interested. Kauffman Stadium moved in the left center and right center field.
Oh, I thought maybe because you knew he'd be away for the summer.
Mr. Steal Your Girl over there.
Real.
But no, he's locked in over there.
Go ahead.
He's good.
Go ahead.
I'm wearing her clothes today, for goodness sake.
There's a drop. Make sure you cut that.
You mean her
drop.
undergarments?
Please. Sorry, go ahead.
I marked it, so I'll do that quickly.
You're wearing women's underwear today. Is that what you're saying?
What I wear is my business starting now. I'm at 46. Ice is at 45. Rothman's at 42.
Okay. You know what? I'll take it. I got two guys on the deal. I'll take it.
And you got one guy who's hitting enough for 3.
I hope he breaks records this year.
Really do.
Kyle Schwarber was the first person ever to 21 home runs. If you had just by the date. Now, obviously, it depends on like each season. The season starts on a different day, but it's all like about March 31st, give or take. But May 15th was the earliest date that anybody has ever hit their 20th home run, and Kyle Schwarber technically has that. So the race to 20 of all time was won by Kyle Schwarber this year.
It's great, except I'm going to get the on pace for this guy now, and there'll be pressure, and then the more he hits, the more teams may not pitch to him.
He can handle that, though.
Yeah.
I think of all the guys, he can absolutely handle that. Yeah, I mean, go ahead. What do you got, TLC?
It's a good update, say Bryce Harper's in the order, too, and so, like, you can't completely avoid him because Bryce Harper's having a pretty good year himself.
A pretty good update. I'll take it.
I think all your updates have been better than you thought going in. I think for the last about month running here. Hey, we got to go. Common Man and Timmy are coming up next. You miss anything from our show, don't worry. You can always catch up wherever you get your podcast. Just type in Rothman and Ice. Everything we do from noon to 3. We'll be waiting there for you. Subscribe to the pod. As well as I mentioned, Common Man and Timmy, they'll take you to 6 o'clock. Timmy, rough day, I guess, at Kings Island. So he wants to yell about that. So do not move.
Beautiful. We'll come back and talk to you again. Thanks for listening. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
Question from a listener. Do you dopes ever get tired of talking about Ohio State? No. The Buckeye Show.